And we are live, apparently. Hopefully this time it runs smoothly. Welcome back, everybody, to Gods vs. Eldritch Horrors Season 2. Oh yes. For those of you who are here for the first time, congratulations. You've just joined us at exactly the moment when gods are becoming optional at the multiverse of D&D. Reality is definitely something that is quite negotiable in this campaign, and one bard just did 400 plus damage and call it a bad round in the last session. So yes, if you don't know this campaign, Gods vs. Eldritch Horrors is a high tier campaign with high madness as well. It's a D&D 2024 where our players were incentivized to bring their most broken builds to this campaign. And in here, they're not like the last season where they were playing demigods. Now they're playing champions of gods. And they're being thrown across the multiverse to deal with problems that should not exist, or cannot be solved, or absolutely problems that will try to eat you. And yes, Season 2 asks a simple question. What happens when the gods send their most broken champions to solve their problems, to solve their politics, to be the proxy for their necessary plausible deniability? And well, in their very first mission, they already starting to create quite a lot of noise and chaos, which is expected of this crew. If you watched Season 1, you understand what I'm talking about. Quite a nice ending to that campaign. Oh, and by the way, on behalf of YouTube, because I know that if YouTube had a chance, they would write a message that would say like this: "Hi creators, we notice your session contained intense combat and eldritch rituals and god summonings and failed god summonings and even quite a lot of damage in a single turn, but unfortunately this exceeded our reasonable reality buffer, and as a result the final 30 or 40 minutes were eaten by our algorithm, and we apologize for inconvenience. Please enjoy the trauma." So yes, that's my best impersonation of how the YouTube creators, advisors talk to us, and yes, I'm sure if they had a chance, they would apologize with just as nice a message. So because yes, in the previous episode, unfortunately, due to an error, YouTube has consumed the last 30 or 40 minutes. So you see that we've posted a part A and a part B to the last session, because we've managed to recover some of the material. But unfortunately, the last 30 minutes, coincidentally, the last 30 minutes where there was a round with 401 points of damage on the creature, was not captured at all. So unfortunately, folks, you're gonna have to take my word for it, because it happened off screen. I do have the audit trail as well, if I have to show the receipts. But if you see in session 0, you know that that's quite a possibility in these sessions. But before I talk a little bit too much about the last session, let me introduce our characters for tonight. Let's start with Red Hot, our champion of Timora, a street performer and a professional redistributor of wealth, and also someone who is a walking probability violation. Last session, she summoned her simulacrum, watched her simulacrum get obliterated before it could do anything. I guess she sighed deeply and then responded with 401 points of damage, and what she personally described as a disappointing round. Despite the fact that her god likely approves this kind of round. Red Hot, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight. Still disappointed?
I think I literally missed half of my hit. So, I could have most probably given more than that, double than that. So I'm waiting for the day. It might be the next round, though. It might be the next round.
It might be, because
So
we're
I'm
starting
looking
at the top
forward.
of the initiative.
Hopefully, I'm lucky.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah.
And then we have...
I hope we survive this.
let's hope so. Let's hope so. Then, fingers crossed. Some of you might be closer than others to survive. We'll get to that. Malefactor, champion of Belial, who is in its own right should we say, a minor deity, a lesser deity in this multiverse, a powerful and a career archdevil in the Nine Hells. Malefactor took the approach to be invisible and patient, and some would say extremely polite, until invisibility stopped him from helping, at which point he summoned a hellstorm, or some may say hell itself, and using his Master of Hell Eurigger Capstone ability to turn the battlefield into a fiery, shall we say, legal precedent. He of course can carve out his allies out of this cloud of fire, and that cloud of fire has deleted the larva cultist from existence. And I guess Belial is probably very pleased to see that the power that he's giving you, Malefactor, is being put to good use. Malefactor, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
I'll say, hey guys, I was just snooping around and we just see this giant monstrosity out of nowhere. My head hurts a lot being in this place. I kind of want to get on a vacation afterwards. But I'm glad I can just burn stuff down and try to get out of here as soon as possible. What are we doing here again? Wait, who am I? Oh wait, I remember who I am.
Well, folks, in this place, as they are figuring out, they are probably at the shores of the Far Realm, where reality starts to behave differently, and your sanity as well. It starts to decay quite fast, and these guys lost quite a bit of it. And then we have Gorbin, champion of Hecate, an arcane cleric, a drunken master monk, currently phased into another layer of reality where everyone can see him, but he can only see the nightmare of a failed summoned god trying to kill his friends. And I guess we could say that at this point Gorbin has learned at least two things. One is, do not teleport blindly in the Far Realm. That can lead you to be trapped in between the several superimposed layers of this place. And second is that Hecate probably thinks that what he's doing is hilarious. Gorbin, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
I've been better. There was a librarian made out of centipedes who is very rude, did not offer us any drinks. And then I got there was a giant sea cucumber that tried to squish me, which very uncalled for. And then now everything is purple and even spinnier than it was before. So I'm both confused and also somewhat dizzy.
Very well. Well, I think it's safe to say, Gorbin, that we are all a bit dizzy with this. So we empathize. We empathize with your dizziness. And then we have Grunge, champion of love, professional problem solver, amateur floor decoration, amateur carpet, currently unconscious on the floor, on this flashy-like floor, covered in dead worms, 2 failed death saves, clinging to the last thread of life, I guess out of pure spite, and probably earning him some disapproval from his god, as Loth is watching. Is she? She watches, but she's not helping, or at least not yet. Grunge, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Yeah, Grunge misses when he was good at his job. That's what he's thinking right now. He's like, usually I'm better at all, at doing things, and it's just, maybe like fighting monstrosities isn't exactly his forte. And as for Loth, she's probably enjoying it immensely, as his suffering is always what she wants.
Very well.
And now I will try my best to stop being a carpet. Avoid carpeting, it's
Avoid carpeting.
impossible to get the blood out.
Very well. Very well. All right, and let's hope history doesn't repeat itself. As this is the player that in season 1, in the very first arc, has also lost a character. So let's hope not, Grunge. Let's hope this time around you've managed to show that you have learned something from season 1. Very well. Last session. The party breached the underground cathedral and uncovered the truth. Apparently, the High Mage had attempted to resurrect Cthulhu using necromancy or some sort of forbidden lore that he found in this soulstone grimoire that our party is after. And what can only be described as catastrophic overconfidence, the ritual failed spectacularly, producing this bloated, undead-looking aberration of an aberration square, Cthulhu-like god-eating aspirations, and how else I can describe this creature? This creature was a spark of what it has, a spark of the powers of Cthulhu, and apparently, absolutely is not chill. Is not chill at all. As a creature that emerged from a brine-filled skull the size of a ship, immediately asserting dominance by jumping into the battlefield and crushing Grunge into unconsciousness, and then together with the larva cultist that was there apparently on the same side as this creature, and then Chili Pepper was also obliterated in this open exchange, and Red Hot took a brutal hit, but the battlefield started to become a storm of goo and pieces of flesh and psychic pressure, and some might say regret, as the party started to throw everything they had at this massive, bloated, Cthulhu-like abomination. And Malefactor decided that subtlety was overrated, and at the end of his of a previous turn, he invoked his Master of Hell ability, igniting an infernal storm that annihilated the larva cultist outright and made reality itself deeply uncomfortable for those that remain. And what happened next, unfortunately, off screen, thanks YouTube, thanks for that. But here's the canon. You're gonna have to take my word for it. Red Hot snapped. She decided she decided that revenge was in good order, and she repositioned itself. She summoned her elementals. She conjured her minor elementals. Then, despite the fact that she was disoriented and missed most of her attacks, she crit one though. And in that single turn, with dual weapons, sneak attacks, Eldritch Blasts, Illusionist Braces, Eldritch Blasts, and Action Surge, and a lot of vindictiveness, I have to say. there is an art to vindictiveness, and that art turns out comes from the bards. And then she dealt 401 points of damage to the creature, specifically to the creature's knees that got shattered, and its bloated form start to get sagged, and necrotic flesh ruptured, and the room became a rain of meat and goo. And the monster got heavily wounded. It doesn't seem to feel pain though. It's barely standing on one foot. I guess that's sort of funny. And, and very aware of who the real problem is in the field as the monster turns his focus and attention to Red Hot. So where we stand now, this abomination is heavily wounded, leaking goo and ichor, and seem to be somewhat furious. Grunge is one failed save away from oblivion, and Gorbin is trapped in another layer of reality. Malefactor is repositioning himself for, I guess, for the kill, quote unquote. And the Grimoire, the Soulstone Grimoire, oh yes, the Soulstone Grimoire is still in play. Is right there on the floor, on top of a bunch of goo and dead worms. And that's the reason why they came here for. Malefactor saw where the book was, and I guess he's trying to get to it. And the Grimoire is still there. They didn't come here to fight failed summonings of Cthulhu. No, they didn't come here to interfere with the business of the skull. No, they came here to grab that book and bring that knowledge back to, I guess they'll have to decide to whom, because there are 4 of them, and 3 of them disagree to who that book should go to. And yes, it seems that reality is becoming thinner, and the gods may be watching, may not. This is the far realm. The gods don't really look towards this direction on purpose. And I guess the thing is still breathing. So with that, let me return you guys to the fray. To the heat of the combat, where we left off at the top of the initiative. Yes, in the previous round, Red Hot had switched her initiative with Gorbin. Oh yes, in my games I have a little house rule where I let my players switch their turn order for a round, and then in the next round it comes back to the normal. That is to facilitate play and not to get stuck on when someone needs to think a little bit longer for their round. It's a way of speeding up things at high level when we're running high level combat. So yes, the Red Hot had switched with Gorbin, but now the turn order resets to normal, and she had concluded the last round, and she starts this round as she's the first one in the initiative. Quite convenient for her damage output. So Red, which was apparently disappointing in the last round. Red Hot, we're back at you. What would you like to do?
Legend.
Yes.
Legend, can I actually print the turn order with a legendary action?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Then Gorbin is going to take a swig from his mug, holding the ale in his mouth, pull a pinch of sulfur dust from a component pouch, fling it into the air, blow the ale as a fine mist into the sulfur dust, swing his hand through that mist in a downward motion as he shouts, "Infernamos!" And with that, he is casting... Where did it go? Yeah, there it is. Boop. Flame Strike as a 10-foot wide column of white-hot flame just erupts from the ceiling directly above the creature's face and blasts it with a whole bunch of fire and radiant damage. Well, a decent amount of fire and radiant damage. It gets to make a dex save DC 23 to take half.
Very well. It takes half.
Okie dokie. And since that is a magic action, I get my blink step, which
Very
see
well.
30 feet.
Roll a d4 for us.
All right.
So let me remind you how Gorbin sees the world right now. This is the layer of reality Gorbin is. Things look different here than they look and at the other layers.
It's very purple.
And yes, it's very
and that
purple.
was a 1 for the.
Excellent, guys! Out of a little flash of mist and sparkles, Gorbin comes back to the same layer of reality you are all into. Quite fun.
Huh.
Oh, look at that!
Where the hell did you come from?
Right next to you. As a reaction to that, Gorbin, the massive creature sees you returning to the other layer of reality, and as a reaction, he releases a blast, and all of you move to a different layer of reality. Everybody seems to be suddenly, you look around and reality looks dizzy. This place looks confusing. There are hues of colors swirling around. It's like everything except for the creature and your friends is blurry. Very blurry. As if in this layer there is wind and heat. And you can see the distortion of the shapes around you, as if things have not decided what is their actual shape yet. And with that, Red Hot, we're back at the top of the initiative. What would you like to do?
Right. I guess it's worth mentioning that I use my I used my mythic trait. I don't know if it was captured in the recording.
You use
So
your
that's how I
mythic
was
trait
able to.
in the last session. Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I was able to do the prep and
The prep
the
and that is
basically
true.
the rage.
That is true, because with your mythic trait,
Yeah.
you can take one full round. So the mythic trait, folks, for those of you there at home, they are playing at mythic level, and I have a little bit of homebrew extra feats for those who are above level 20. And when you get to be a champion of a god, and you were a mythic champion, you get the mythic trait, which just like those DMs will find the stat block of creatures when our heroes here drop to below a certain amount of hit points, they get to activate a special ability. They can take a full turn out of order as a reaction, or they can activate one of their macro abilities, which is kind of a special ability that we homebrew especially for them, like a signature move. And Red Hot has used her mythic trait to set up her attack, which is basically by putting forward Hexblade, Curse, and Conjure Minor Elementals, correct? And then you troll that flurry of attacks, Eldritch Blasts and Sword attacks on your opponent. Very well. Go ahead, Red Hot.
Yes. So taking that into...
You are still up, and as you start your turn within a certain distance of this creature, you start your turn by taking 10 points of psychic damage. And you gotta do a concentration check
as if
to see if you're still holding. And the DC is 10.
No.
You have advantage on that. But to see if you're still holding concentration on your Conjure Minor Elementals.
I'm gonna use a lucky point just because I'm scared of losing that and I need it.
You're gonna use a lucky point.
Let's
You have
go.
advantage already. Very well. So
Okay, I
you
rolled a
failed the first
4
one.
and now I rolled a dirty 20.
very well.
There we go.
Concentrating. Go
Right.
ahead. What do you want to do?
So beautiful. Okay, so knowing that I still have Conjure Minor Elementals and X-Blade, I will try to replicate the attack round that I have. So, can I still do my main attack and Nick attack and the reaction and extra attack?
You do have a reaction. Now,
I guess everything
so,
without the action
yes,
surge.
but you don't have the same spell slots, so it won't be at the same level of damage. So let's take one by one. This time.
Yeah, it will have to be lower.
You don't have action
Yeah.
surge. You don't have 8th level spell slot and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Very well. So
But the Conjure Minor Elementals is it not still ongoing?
it's still up. Yes, still up. So that's at 8th level.
Because it's concentration. It's
Yes,
right, beautiful.
That's at 8th level. But
Yeah,
for
so
instance,
that
the
I still have,
accelerate-
and
the
then I have the
accelerate,
Hex
decelerate
Blade.
reaction won't work at the same level as before. So right
Yeah.
now,
That one will have to be at the 5th level.
yeah, you only have no spell slots above 5th level. Yeah.
Yeah, I consumed my 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I will basically do as a reaction. So wait. So I'll start with the beginning. The way I have my round. So I'll do my main attack with the scimitar.
Very well. So roll
Nick
your main
attack?
First the attack with
the
yes. First you roll your main attack with the scimitar, which has the nick and property, and then you attack a second time with the. However,
with the
bear in
short
mind, are you giving yourself advantage somehow with lucky points or something like that?
yes,
Very
I
well.
have plenty.
Very well. So roll with advantage
Oh, so
or
I
scimitar
can
attack.
use-
Yes.
And then as a reaction, I'll use decelerate, but at the 5th level instead. Okay, and then I'll do
You want to use the decelerate now,
the
or you
Eldritch
want to see if
Blast.
you're gonna crit at any of the subsequent attacks?
And
use
no,
that on
I'll
the
I'll
hit.
do the I'll do with the scimitar. So let me just go and
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Here we go. Oh no.
Yeah, you attack 3 times because of Elven accuracy. The AC is 24.
So an 18 or 23.
You roll one more time because you have
no.
Elven accuracy. So your scimitar attack misses.
I
A 23 is just one short.
failed. Yeah.
What happens is that you aim at the creature
Yeah.
and you start to slash, and you realize that you are slashing a piece of the flesh that is no longer connected to the rest of the body.
Oh. God. Damn it. Okay. Can I still do Nick attack or not?
No, because you didn't hit.
Okay. Okay. So then we'll
So,
use the decelerate, and an extra attack of.
So yeah, so Nick says when you make the extra attack
Sorry?
of the light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of the bonus action. You can make this extra attack only once per turn. So so yes, let me retcon that.
Okay.
Technically you can. You don't have to hit. You just need to do the extra attack from the light property. So you can attack now with the short sword. and because scimitar has the
Oh
light
my
property
god!
as the bonus action.
So
But
is it
instead
just
of the
once,
bonus action
or do I
is
do
the
it
nick
like 3
action.
times as well?
Yeah. So the light property tells you.
Oh.
Yeah. So you gotta do to trigger nick. Property.
Wait. So I can't do bonus action. Sorry. So you're telling me I can't do bonus action my bracers for Eldritch Blast 4 times if I do this?
Instead of a bonus action, you make this extra attack with the nick property. So it's instead. So you don't consume your bonus action. To do
No.
yes.
Can I go
make
back?
The extra attack of the light
Oh,
property,
okay.
You can make this. So basically, what it's saying is you can attack with the short sword, and it won't consume your bonus action.
Yeah.
It will consume your.
Yeah.
It will consume your nick attack action. Okay. Your extra nick attack. So you
Nick
can attack
attack,
with your
yeah,
short sword
okay.
now, 3 times.
Okay.
Well, not 3 times
I
unless
failed.
you give yourself advantage.
First one.
So you roll a 18, a 15, and third roll, you have elven accuracy. So when you roll with advantage, you re-roll one of the dice.
Oh, okay. So do I roll again a short sword?
Yes.
I got confused now, so I'm just
Yes. Roll again the short sword.
going on what you're saying there.
Yeah.
24. Oh no.
That hits. That's exactly what
Just
you
about.
need to hit. Very well.
Yeah.
The AC is 24.
Okay.
So you hit and roll damage.
A 9.
Very well. We'll calculate the conjure minor elementals at the end. So 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
And you said you want to. So do you want to add? You still. By the way, you still have your bardic inspiration on you. So if you want, you can add that to your damage, or you can add that to a save. Up to you.
No. No.
Very well. So because
okay.
the creature is cursed,
So then,
it doesn't get a +7. It gets 9 + 6. So that is a +11. Sorry.
Yes.
+11 plus 13. So
+6.
it actually took 15 points of damage. Yeah. Very well.
Yeah.
That's without the conjure
There
minor
we go.
elementals.
Yep. In total. Up
Go
until
ahead.
now, yes.
All right.
And then I'll use the accelerate, decelerate
Yeah.
at 5th level,
Yeah.
and extra attack, Eldritch Blast,
Very well.
and bonus action I'll use the bracers with Eldritch Blast.
Very well. So,
So,
first roll the damage
so in
for the
total it would be like
decelerate.
8 Eldritch Blast.
Click on the damage for the cast
Okay.
decelerate at 5th level. Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't think you guys can see it, can you? On
I don't think we're on the same
roll
layer
20.
of...
So
I have to look on
that's-
Discord.
So just rolls the 6d6, and I'll display accelerate decelerate for their audience.
Yes. So that's for an extra 20 damage.
Very well.
And then we have, is it 8 Eldritch Blasts, right? Yeah.
Yes, 8 Eldritch Blasts. So in this case,
Is there any way that I can do it in Discord?
So because you hit with yes, you can do it in Discord, of course. Because you hit with the short sword has
Okay.
the Vex property, which gives you advantage. So on your next attack, so you roll your Eldritch Blast with advantage. One of them, at least.
Okay. Yes, one of them. Okay.
And the other ones you can
So,
you can add lucky points if you wish to. So to go in Discord, just type it in the command that I'm going to send to you now.
Yes, please.
So that's 8 times. So you're gonna roll 8 times your Eldritch Blast with. I'm gonna put just normal advantage. You tell me if you want to re-roll any afterwards. So that
Yeah.
plus 16. So that's
Yeah.
Plus 16 and so just copy and paste that code without the quotes to do the 8 attacks in a row. That should speed up things.
And do I put the advantage at the end?
Yes, copy everything. That's just normal advantage, because you don't have Elven Accuracy, because you don't have advantage on every single attack in here.
Oh, yes. Okay. Did I do alright?
Very well. So,
Yes.
Very well. So for the first one, you had Elven Accuracy, so you can do this additional code for us.
Roll it again.
Yeah.
It's just not 8 times, but just 1d20 without the 8, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, it's actually 1d20. You're right.
Okay.
All right. Let me send.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah. You put triple R. Very well. Let's do this again. I'm gonna send the code again to you. It's !R space 1d. Just roll 4 d20s for us. 4 d20s plus. And we add the 16
Okay.
if needed.
Can I roll it in roll 20 if that's fine?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
That's even better. Very well. So you have a plus 16, which
Sorry,
means
I
the
did
first...
it twice because I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm just gonna consider the first one. So you have plus 16, which means 2 of those attacks hit. Let me see if you roll in 19 or 20s. You haven't. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So roll the damage for us. Your damage is going to be 6d10 plus 42.
So exclamations are
You can do it in this. You can do it in roll 20. You can just roll 6d10 in roll 20, and we add 42 to the result.
6d10. 45.
So not 42. Is it 42? You have a plus 7? Yes, it's 42. Very well. So out of those Eldritch Blasts that hit, you gave 97 points of force damage to the creature. Very well. So you had 7 hits, 7 attacks that hit. So Red Hot, your Conjure Minor Elementals at 8th level gives you 6d8 per attack hit. So that's 42 d8s for 7 attacks that hit. So please roll 42 d8s for us. You can do that in roll 20 as well.
How do I choose how many? Because it's only going till 6.
Click on the advanced
just-
roller at the bottom and type it in. Type it in the advanced roller. 48.
The amount.
Yeah. 42 d8.
Thank you. $42 D8. There we go. 207.
Is that also a bad roll?
This is-
Oh,
Tons of damage.
well,
And very well. So, a correction here. Your Eldritch Blast, because he has the Hexblade Curse, gives a plus 13 as well. So on the 6 hits, you have a plus 36 on top
yes.
of that. So let's do the math here, folks. Let's do the math here. So she started shy with a 15 points of damage, then 20 from Accelerate, Decelerate, then 97 points of Eldritch Blast damage, then 207 points of Conjure Minor Elementals. Yes, even after being nerfed, that thing is very broken. And then 36 points that I forgot of the Hexblade Curse. That's 375 points of damage.
Tons of damage.
That is without
Decent.
your action surge, without your simulacrum, and all the other things that you usually troll, and accelerate, decelerate, and a crit, and without
and I
crits,
missed my
and no
main
crits.
attack.
No crits, and you mix without the
Yeah.
super advantage. Unbelievable. And you crit on a 19 and 20, and you've managed to miss all of that, and still 375 points of damage. Red Hot, please describe to us.
I'm still not lucky enough.
I know. Oh, we all feel so sorry for you. Aww. Oh, she just gave 776 points of damage in 12 seconds, and she's so upset. Aww. Very
Please
well.
do not get me wrong. That is a lot. That's a lot, but
Please,
yeah,
would you
I
like-
just wanna, get proficient.
Very well. You just,
Sorry,
want
you
to,
were
you
saying?
just want to go full Nova and consume the universe with your attack. Very well. You want a mushroom cloud
not to
at
that
the
level,
end of
but
your
yeah.
attack. Very well.
Mm.
Red Hot, please describe your attack
Yeah.
to us.
Well,
and to
I
the
kind
audience.
of. I start with my scimitar, hit the air. Didn't start well. And then I guess I resume to what I know best, Eldritch Blast. Pew pew, pew pew. And that kind of does the job. Everywhere I see. Because it's a big monster, so yeah, everywhere.
That is true, and I've seen you play this Eldritch Blast Illusionist Bracers before with previous characters, and was also terrifying. This Eldritch Blast Illusionist Bracers plus
It was quite good.
Conjure Minor Elementals is really broken. Very well. And with that, as you
This
finish,
is what saved me, really. The Conjure Minor Elements.
yeah, and with that flurry of attacks, all of you just see Red Hot yet again, due to this poor creature, what she did with Demogorgon, Grunge, Malefactor. You start to have some, well, not Grunge. Grunge is unconscious. Malefactor, you start to have some PTSD memories from that day with the Demogorgon when you guys joined the Hellfire Club in the Nine Hells and ended up.
Wait, that was when I. That's when I had 1 intelligence from my what's it called, feeble mind.
Yeah, and you were. It's true. And
What the hell is this?
and you just remember, and now you're seeing these pieces of bloated flesh as she starts to obliterate the body of this creature to a point where it just explodes out of the bloated and guts and worms and whatever the hell else was inside of there. Ichor and goo and pus just floods the floor of this place as the massive body of this creature hits the ground. You just see that little flood of goo and bits, and I think it's brine. Is that brine mixed with ichor? Just hits your feet, and all of you now, your feet all the way to your knee, are disgusting with all this goos and bits and pieces of this fail summoning of Cthulhu. And the creature falls to the ground and stops moving. And it's certainly a relief, as you are now out of initiative. As you look to the
Are
side,
you sure it's dead?
I mean,
as you look to your side, Red Hot, you notice one of your companions that was unconscious and on the ground is now covered in disgusting bits from and guts and interiors of this creature, and he's, well, the definition of a swamp monster, for what you can see from this distance, and he's definitely unconscious and probably drowned a little bit as a result of this attack. And he is one. You can roll a medicine check to see how close he is from dying. All of you can, actually.
sure.
And you are out of initiative.
Yeah, since we're out of initiative, I'm gonna move over there, and just go ahead and cast heal on him.
Gorbin, just a problem.
That's alright.
You just entered a fire ring of hellstorm, and you were not here when he casted, and you take damage from it. How much does he has to roll?
Wait, he has to save first. Hold on, let me read that.
Oh boy, Gorbin, you thought your friend could carve out this fire, and then you just dove into the flames.
So you gotta
To be
do.
fair-
Whilst everyone is busy trying to save Grunge, can I quickly palm the book and hide it in my closet?
So the book is on the floor. Yes. Let me show you. Let me give you a vision of the book. Let me.
Guys, someone.
Isn't the
My
book
doorbell.
like on top of Grunge?
No, is on top of some dead
No.
worms. Let me pop this book to show. Can you guys see it?
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, I can
Oh
see
yeah.
it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you can see the book is. The book has some strange writtens in its symbols you don't quite understand, and it's on top of some goo and worms on the ground, and has a strange aura to it, almost like nebulae surrounding the book. It seems, despite the flooding that happened here on the floor, the book seems to be in I guess in as good conditions as you could expect.
Wasn't I standing right next to this guy when he got squished?
Yes, you were. Yes, the book is right there on the
Oh, no.
ground, and Red Hot. Yes, you can always roll a lay of hand while they're trying to cure Grunge.
Can I roll it with advantage with a lucky point?
Yes, you can.
Or how does that even work?
Yeah.
Or no, can I use that bardic inspiration thing for this?
Yes, you can.
I was trying to get that book when I went down.
Oh,
I must be looking at it, even if I am unconscious.
And
Thinking about it.
would roll
In my dreams, I'm thinking about it.
we would roll perception to counteract that, or to try to counteract that.
Yes, correct.
Sleight of hand roll, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
And you just did you just cast heal on
so my
Grunge?
bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Okay, roll a d20
Or
for
yeah,
me.
yeah. That's,
Oh my.
6.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Gorbin, you you attempt to cast Heal on Grunge, and as you are fully first of all, let me ask: would you like to re-roll that with inspiration or whatever the hell you have?
Well, I don't currently have
My God.
inspiration.
I have inspiration. You can get it.
All right, then yes, I would like to re-roll that.
Very well.
I will take that
Wow.
inspiration.
If even
Thank you very
you,
much.
as a DM, told us to do that. Damn. I want to know what it was, though.
And that's a nat 20.
That's amazing.
Very well. You get that inspiration back. That's
Oh,
what I call an
great.
efficient use of an inspiration. You you spend one, you get
Thank you
one.
very much, Red Hot.
Good job.
Gorbin, at first, as you're trying to concentrate in creating healing magic, focusing on grunge, you start to realize that what is coming out of your hands is actually sacred flame, and you don't understand. Like, oh no, that's not what I'm going for, and you almost very close to burning the soul of grunge into oblivion as he was the closest you could think from death. And Gorbin, that have just been the damage of the fire around you. By the way, matter of fact, you never got back to us on that. How much damage is Gorbin taking from this fire?
He has to do a Dex 19 save, or he's taking 5d10 fire and necrotic, and if he fails, he's magically set ablaze.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
real quick.
Oh.
When you did the carve out for the spell, was it based on allies you could see? Did you have to be able to see the allies, or did they have to be on like the same plane of existence, kind of a thing?
I would need to designate, and since you weren't there,
But you could still see me. I couldn't see the rest of you, but the rest of the party could see me at the time. If am I mistaken in that, Legend? When I was transported to the other layer, I couldn't see them, but they could still see me.
They could still see you. You're right about that. The issue here is that you were, as said, in a different layer of reality. So the spells the
Right.
Malefactor is casting here could not affect you in that different layer. If he tried to heal you or if he tried to talk to you, you couldn't hear, you couldn't listen. So any effects that is coming from him or is connected to something he's doing in this layer of reality wouldn't affect you on that other layer, unfortunately.
I forgot about that.
Okay, so that is a what was the save on that? And it was a
Dex save 19.
Dex save 19, and I have advantage against spells and magical effects, so I roll with advantage. So that's an 18. Let's roll that again. And that's another nat 20.
Excellent.
Hey, Red Hot, do you want your advantage back?
Get your inspiration back.
Or your inspiration?
I wouldn't mind if you have to.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Damn.
the good news is you aren't
Sometimes you
magically
go
on
fishing
fire,
and you catch all the whales.
but you take half.
And that is necrotic and fire damage,
How much is half?
right?
So, okay, you take 22 fire and, let's see, 19 necrotic, but you get those halved since you passed and you're not magically set
And
ablaze.
I have resistance to necrotic, so I take only half of the already halved necrotic damage.
So you take 27 altogether points of damage.
Okie dokie.
And
I'm not on fire.
And
Or at least not
because
magically, so.
but because that fire was burning you and messing with your concentration, and this place is making you crazy, and you were getting angry while trying to cast a spell, and it was all too much at once, Gorbin. You almost you almost assassinated Grunge with Sacred Flame, but then you realized what you were doing when you saw the Sacred Flame burning your hands, and you quickly switched and cast your healing magic, and Grunge, you will healed for 70 points, and you avoid, and thanks to that inspiration from Red Hot, history didn't repeat itself tonight. As you wake up, Red Hot, how
Are
much
you
did
booing
roll?
me in the background there? Are you happy about it?
No surprise immolations today.
he was about
Amazing.
he was about to be friendly fire that was going to take you down, Grunge. Very well.
Quite literally.
Yes, quite literally. Very well. How much did you roll on that Slay of Hand? Was a 28. Oh my god.
A 28, and I rolled a d12 for the Bardic Inspiration
Oh,
plus
my-
another 8, right? So
So what? You rolled a d12. So
does it
it's-
turn into a 36
Guys,
or not?
all you gotta beat is a 36 on your perception checks.
I did not.
Hey, you never know.
I got half that actually.
Gorby, roll.
What?
Did you roll your perception, please?
Not yet. Give me a second.
How about 3 22s in a row?
Wow, that is. I have to say, play the lottery tonight, and make sure you play 22. It is that is quite unusual. That's like a one.
I think Gorb
Yeah.
was a little too
This is
distracted to notice much of anything.
So yeah, you pretty much rolled 3 8s. Was that 3 8s? 3. Yeah.
3 10s.
Oh, no, there's something wrong.
3 10s,
You
yeah.
rolled an 8. Okay. You have the rogue thing about the 10. That's why it distorted it. You roll 1 8 and 2 4s, and because you have the rogue thing that gives you on ability checks, gives you a minimum 10. You can never roll less than 10 when you are a high enough level roll. You roll 22 3 times.
That makes sense.
So yeah, so there's actually a pretty good chance that
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, he can still roll a nat 1.
It's
Nat 1 would still be a nat 1 because a nat 1 and a nat 20 still both applicable to this high level game. So a nat 1 still a failure, and a nat 20 is always a success on this on high level games I run. So very well. Despite the fact that 2024 tried to nerf their own good rule for probabilistic bad things happening. Very well. None of you notice as you were all trying to heal Gorbin. There's two flames on you, and you're getting burned, and you focus on your spell. Malefactor was Malefactor. I mean, anytime if you feel like it, putting this hellstorm down, you would be welcome to. And anytime. Don't feel compelled. Don't be rushed to it. Take your time. And
Not yet.
And Red Hot takes advantage of the chaos as she's pretending that she's coming to help Grungy, and she, in fact, quickly take the tome. And Red Hot, since you touched the tome, please roll for me a wisdom save.
Oh no. You've got to be joking.
Oh, you did just get that that inspiration, so
That's
you'll be
a-
fine, bro.
As a DC 23 wisdom save for me.
Yeah. 23.
Yes.
Give me a second. Give me a second, please.
Okay.
I think I'll use another lucky point just in case,
How many lucky
because
points you
I'm
have?
pretty bad with my stats. I know. Well,
I think you have.
I
think
still
you
have one more.
overused your lucky points for sure.
no, not at all.
How many lucky?
How
points
much
you
did
have?
you say?
You have you have 6 lucky points. You have used in your first round of attacks lucky points to give you advantage. You have no lucky points left. What are you talking about? You have no lucky points left.
Oh, so you mean for all the attacks I used?
Yeah, very much, yes. You've burned through all your...
Oh, well, now I know how it works.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It works per roll. Yeah.
I didn't need them though. I didn't use them though, so thank God for that.
It works per
so
roll.
wait, so how much? A wisdom what do I need to do?
A wisdom 23. But you do have inspiration that Gorbin gave back to you.
I rolled a wisdom 23 exactly.
Excellent.
Look at you.
You've touched the book and you feel as if it was trying to communicate to you. What do you do to it in those split seconds while you catching the book, and where do you put it? In your bag of holding, in your pocket? What do you do with it? You just hug it?
You're trying to corrupt me.
No, I'm just asking what do you do with
Put it in the bag of holding, huh? Yeah, I just try to hide it in my clothes, underneath my clothes.
I have to do this again. Let me show you.
The size of it?
Let me show the
Right,
audience.
Okay.
The clothes. Oh no, this is not. Yeah, let me show. Oh, look at that. Oh, I had here your little. It turns out I did have your notes, from the last time. Look at that. So, folks, if you're wondering how does she do it? This is how she does it. She has a prep round of Conjure Minor Elemental with Hex Blade, and then she does Scimitar attack, Nick attack, then the reaction, then extra attack,
my main attack. Yeah.
Then action surge, scimitar, and extra attack, and then she gets to that absurd base damage there without considering crits. And I don't even know if that calculation is still correct, because that was for session 0. You are now a mythic creature, so you have even a higher modifier on those attacks. Very well. So this is her character, folks.
So just so I explain to you,
yeah,
I'm gonna put it behind my back. Do you understand?
Because you were telling me, I'm trying to imagine you shoving a tome inside those very fit clothes, to say the minimum.
I mean,
where do you have space there to put a tome? Under that half.
There's always the Femme Fatale special.
What?
Pardon? What did you say, Grudge?
I said there's always the Femme Fatale special, in the cleavage.
There we go.
Gone.
No
one will
doing
notice the giant tome.
It's like spy movies, right? It's like,
that is a grimoire. There's a grimoire. There's the size of your torso. How do you want to put that? Explain to me how exactly.
Wait, is it really that big?
Yes, it is.
Oh, is it gonna be like right here then, and it's just gonna like imprint off your torso?
Actually, the book is more.
I could potentially put it there and say, "What are you guys looking at?" If you say that you see a book there,
I would say the book is proportional.
Where are you looking? No,
I would say the size. I would say the size of this book is proportional. The size of this book is proportional to your body, actually. So that's about the right size of the book to the body of your character. So where do you want to put that book? Even if you put it behind your back, where you have your musical instrument there, how do you expect the book to stay there? You're just gonna hold with both your hands behind your back? I'm just trying to understand how you're making this not obvious to the other ones, despite the fact that you roll.
You just gotta hold it between your knees and then tell everybody that you really gotta pee. So that's why you're walking.
The moment That too. But the moment I go down to try and help Grunge, when I take it, I basically shove it in my trousers at the back, and that's how
Right
it's
in the
staying
waistband.
there.
Like you're trying to hide
Yeah,
a gun.
in your
It's
trouser
simple.
on the back. That doesn't look
No.
like that.
my that doesn't look like what.
That
So,
doesn't look
let's put it
like
this
there's
way.
a space there to
Now,
put anything.
Behind, yeah, there is. The cape is loose. So there's plenty of
Tape it to the
space there.
cape.
Oh,
So-
I see. Under the cape. You want to put it under the cape. Very well.
Yeah, under the cape in my trousers.
Okay, let me do some
So underneath, so that no one can see.
okay, I'll make my mind do some contortionism around the description of how you putting this behind your back. And let's get back to
Very carefully.
it doesn't make it obvious that you have a square butt now to the others.
I'll say, guys, something might have happened during the fight. I might have, if you feel a smell, it might be. I don't know. But
Oh, boy.
pretend you don't see anything.
Fun science fact, it's always a bad idea to put evil tomes of necromancy down your pants.
That's how you end up with skeletal appendages.
It was nice knowing you, Red Hot.
Oh yes, and Eldritch
He-
necromantic tones. Yes, very very good. Yes, there is a probability that instead of that some tentacles might start to grow on strange areas. Red Hot. As you put it. Very well, Grunge. You are back on your feet, and now you are disgusting covered on all sorts of goo and peas and pieces of bits and pus and flesh and whatever the hell came out of this massive creature.
I mean, this is Grunge we're talking about. He wasn't exactly amazing to look at to begin with. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, in terms of like being a bit grungy, but he'll pop up and immediately go, "Where's the book?" And he's going to begin digging through the muck, trying to find where the book got smushed next to him, because he know it was next to him when he went down. So he's just
And I'm helping as well.
On his hands and knees, digging through the muck, searching for where the book went.
And I'm helping
what's it
as
called?
well.
Stop
Roll deception.
I don't know what the Grudge is good at this. He might
Oh my god.
you have it. You gotta be careful.
Grudge, roll insight, right? Red
Hey, you
Hot is
might.
rolling perception. Malefactor, are you
Real
stopping
quick,
this storm of fire that is burning Corbin to a crisp? Or would you like him
I am.
I didn't say anything
I
today.
am,
I just
stopping it.
wanted to help him do whatever he's doing.
It's not still, like, affecting me, is it?
No,
Yes.
Or
once
would it
you
have been?
what? Yeah, you already succeeded, Nate. Yeah.
Right, okay. Just
But isn't that
double-checking on
a damage over time kind of thing?
No, it just lasts for a minute, but they only take the damage once, and if they're magically ablaze, they take 1d10 fire and necrotic every turn. But he passed.
Okay, very well. Very well.
But while they look for the book, I heard him say there was a spark of some power in here. I would like to investigate the body
Oh, very
and
well.
see if I can find that spark.
Very well.
And I'm gonna. Corbin is going to stumble over
I roll
to Grunge and cast guidance on him.
actually. Can I roll investigation instead of insight? I feel.
And can
well,
I use
only if you were-
inspiration?
Only if you had reason to suspect her, which at this point you don't, because you failed your
No,
previous
I-
perception check.
not against her, against like to become a noir detective of like muck searching. It's like there are traces here.
Noir
It has
detective,
moved.
the vomited version. Very well. Grunge, roll your investigation as you're trying to figure out what may have happened to that book.
And you get to add 1d4 to whatever you roll,
Very
as
well.
per guidance. Because Corbin comes over and pats you on the shoulder with some ale-soaked hands, or with an ale-soaked hand.
Grunge, as you're looking around and you don't see the book anywhere here, you think maybe
Gotta
it
roll a
might.
d4.
You can roll a d4.
It's damn it. Could have gotten a 4 and had good numbers.
Very well.
Oh, well. 18.
As you are looking around, there are, and you are looking on the ground for the book, and you're moving the bits and pieces and the dead worms and whatnot and the flesh, and you have a few theories. First is that the fleshy floor may have absorbed the book. Second is that the book may be in a different layer of reality. The third theory is that the book is simply under the body of that massive creature somehow. You were unconscious, so you don't know what may have happened to the book during the fight. So you think that the most likely is that the book is under the flesh of that creature. Then the next one is that it's probably in a different layer of reality, because as you look around, this is not the place you've entered. It looks very much like it, but reality here looks distorted and blurry, and except for you guys, everything else you look, it feels like there is fog in front of your eyes. And then the third one is that maybe the fleshy ground has absorbed it, and in that case, you would have to try and dig it out of it.
People go to the group and say, does anybody have like item finding magic? We saw the book, right? And I know aren't there spells that you find items if you know what they are.
Above the table, can scrying be used on an item rather than a creature?
No.
Or is it?
Not as far as I remember.
Okay.
It cannot.
Yeah,
I thought there was like a find object was like an act spell.
That is a find object spell, yes. Not sure anyone has that spell prepared.
Things to think about when you're sent to go hunt down a specific object.
Would detect magic maybe work?
Detect magic. It could help. It won't hurt. If it's within 30 feet of you.
While he does that, I'll say I incinerated that mage, and that mage had the book. But while you guys look for it, I'm gonna investigate this big guy here. He might have something in him.
Just response to that would be, you see that
I'll join
thing?
as well.
That thing was rather gnarly looking artifact. I don't think fire would be enough to destroy it. And then he's going to pull out his knives and start, chopping up the corpse so he can see if it's underneath it.
Okay. Now that's like trying to chop off a whale, in a bloated whale. So the moment you guys start to pierce through this body, more and more of that brine and that disgusting bits and pieces from the inside start to come out. Malefactor, as you are, the skull of this creature is incredibly hard. The bones of this creature are very hard. The flesh is bloated and rotten, but the muscles and so on. But the skull, as you try to hit with your vorpal, is difficult for you to carve through with your vorpal. So you can see that the whatever makes this creature is quite strong. As you this will take you assess this will take you a few hours for you to fully carve the skull of this creature, because you think if there is anything powerful about it, it's probably inside its brain.
I said, "Gosh, this material is so tough. What kind of creature would be difficult? Do I think of like any creature that comes to mind with like a tough skeleton? Did I do like an Arcana or a Nature?
Arcana or Nature are not gonna help you here. This is not an anatomy that you have ever come across before. So whatever this creature is made of, you don't know what it is. The bones don't seem to be bones. They are, as you are carving, you've realized that they are not white as you would expect bones to be. They seem to be made of some dark and very harsh substance.
I will continue carving because I think this would be useful to give to Belial. This is what I'm thinking in my head. Especially a powerful substance that's even difficult for me to cut through.
Yeah, whatever material this is.
And this substance is the first time we've seen it?
Oh, no, no, it's not a substance, a material. As you let me correct myself. As you're trying to carve through this material, it doesn't seem to be bone. It seems to be a different type of material. That it's dark as the night. It's very obsidian, and it's very hard. And it seems to be the bone, the skeleton of this creature seems to be made of. It's not in metallic or metal-like, but it's very strong. It seems almost mineral in its structure. And as you're trying to carve with your vorpal, it takes quite some time for you to even do a dent on it. So you think, well, if you are to sever this skull of this creature to examine its brain, and trying to look for the spark of Cthulhu inside, if that's what you're looking for, or if you're trying to even to extract a piece of the bone structure of this creature, it would take you quite a few hours to do so. And Red Hot, as you are carving through, since the book is making your butt very big and square, could you please roll a deception check as Gorbin and Grange are currently looking from your back towards you. Let's see if they notice something
And
strange.
I did cast detect magic, so
Yes.
and she is still within 30 feet of me, so
And what did you roll for your deception?
A 26.
26. Wow. Corbin,
She is lying her ass off.
You roll with advantage because you have detect magic. Roll your perception with advantage, and Grunge, you can roll your normal perception.
I'm rolling mine.
I already have advantage on perception, so does that give me like double advantage?
No, unfortunately not. The only thing that gives you double advantage is elven accuracy. Yeah. Grunge! Unfortunately, that triple advantage only works for attacks. So the elven accuracy. So,
yeah, I just don't have it ticked, so it's just the first one of 22.
So
Which sucks. I wish I had inspiration or something to get one of those the second roll, but I don't.
Here, take mine. Or wait, what is your perception modifier?
I think like a 12.
Oh, okay, yeah. Take my inspiration. Mine's only +9.
So can we count that 30 now if I use the inspiration, or do you want me to roll a second time?
No, you gotta roll it.
Gotta roll it again? Okay.
Yeah. You are too short.
Well,
so Grunge,
I managed to roll it at 20 twice.
Grunge, you are a gentleman, and you are trying not to look to the ladies behind while she's cutting through this disgusting abomination monster. So you're just looking to different directions, and you think that she's probably carrying some of her gear there. Gorbin, whatever gear she's carrying under that skirt seems to be very magical, because you can see this massive aura of necromancy and eldritch magic around her butt, and you just like, that's a there's no other way of describe. That is a magic butt that she has, a big magic butt. Something under that skirt is powerfully and necromantically magical.
I prefer not to comment.
How
I feel like
how can it be with detect magic's like so precise? Like, can it be so precise as to like show exactly what it is?
No, he doesn't know
It's not
exactly what it
What
is.
type of
Yeah,
magic.
Does it not
it-
show like,
There's an aura around any magical effect or item. So if you've got
Okay.
a giant book that is full of evil magic stuffed down the back of your pants, like, yeah, your butt's gonna glow like the frickin' sun.
By that same token, if
Right,
you were
okay.
holding like a holy lance of like Archangel Superman or whatever, that would also be very glowy and bright.
Or when I held Vecna's book, I was basically a target.
Yeah, but holding Vecna's book makes you a target even if it wasn't magical.
mm.
That's just Vecna's book. Yeah, you should touch that. Terrible plan.
There's any
So-
side effects of that, right?
There's side effects.
You're gonna have to roll more wisdom
Okay,
save.
so
Yeah, go ahead.
can I cast Nistel's magic aura on the book?
On the book. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nistles. That's a cheeky little. Yes, you can create a false aura on an object. You change the way that the target of the spell appears to spells and magical effects that detect magic auras, such as detect magic. You can make a non-magical object appear magical and make a magical item appear non-magical, or change the object's aura so that it appears to belong to a school of magic that you choose. So at this point, you know that Gorbin probably already noticed the aura, although he was a gentleman and haven't commented about it, because you saw him casting detect magic. So, what would you like to do
Yeah.
with the aura that is coming out of your butt?
I guess. Can I make it appear non-magical?
Yes.
I just want to say that in my head, this entire conversation is about what happens when you fart in an elevator.
I was about to say, did he just think she farted?
Red Hot. Given the fact that suddenly the aura disappeared, that could have been a magical fart. That is true. That could have been a magical fart. Oh boy.
Okay,
Your
since
eyes deceive you.
You know, or maybe Eldritch blasts are stored in the ass.
true fact.
Oh my.
That requires, since that spell requires both verbal, somatic, and material components.
And you have to touch it as well.
Can we make either perception or perhaps arcana checks to, if we are observing this happen, to see if we notice?
Yes, by
Well,
all
you're like
means.
5 feet from me.
Oh,
By all means, roll
Am I not gonna
perception.
hear this?
As she's suddenly casting a
No.
spell and touching her butt, and suddenly her butt is no longer creating an aura, Gorbin.
So it's
Grunge, you
very funny
definitely
because there is
noticed-
can't
You
be,
definitely noticed a spell.
there's still a chance that she manages to roll her way out of this, and that would be very funny if she just gets away
Um,
with this.
Red Hot, roll
Can
your
I
deception.
Can I silver barb? Can I silver
Silver
barb?
barbs.
They're rose?
Yes, you can. You know, Silver Barb is just releasing a bunch of sparkles in the air to see if someone gets distracted. So by all means, after touching your butt,
No, that's fine.
release some
That's
silvery
fine.
sparks in the air as if you had just
Oh,
taken them out of your butt. Very well.
Oh,
Also, I want to point
oh
out
my
that
god. I rolled a 27.
the material component for Nystul's magic aura is a small square of silk. So
A
that was you waving, taking out a like a little silk handkerchief and waving it around your butt while chanting
Oh my
some
god.
magic words.
And sparkles coming out.
Oh
Yeah.
man! And then she pulls that, and then some sparkles fly in the air, and you guys realize that she may have magical farts. As these sparkles fly in the air. Grunge, you're the only one who passed the check, so re-roll your perception, please. Gorby, do you always roll perception with advantage?
Wait,
yes, you
why
do.
does
if
it need
it's
to
something-
re-roll
So you
perception?
pass,
I
yes.
have advantage on any perception check that is involving sight
Very well.
because of the robe of eyes.
Very well. So I'm gonna ask you to roll as well for the silvery barbs to see if it distracted you.
Red Hot,
Oh
are
no,
you
I'm
okay?
not doing silvery barbs. Do I need to do silvery barbs?
You
I
just
don't.
cast it. You just cast it.
No, I even said no. Because you said, oh, it's gonna make sparks and whatnot, and then I just
Yes.
did the deception thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I
had
didn't-
actually gone
I was
through
just-
with the silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Very well. Sorry. I was
no,
being
no,
drowned
sorry,
in
it was just
laughter
for the
and,
jokes.
and I must have missed. Very well.
Yeah.
So, very well. So, for what you guys perceived, Gorbin and Grunge, she is very discreet about it, but she seems to be, just moving the air around her butt and saying some dodgy. What is the verbal component of this spell? What are you saying while you're doing that? What are you saying while you're waving the hand behind your butt and making the aura of magic disappear? What are the words?
Dodgy.
Dodgy, very well. As you were saying dodgy and waving, the magic aura disappear, and Gorbin, you're the only one that could actually see that. And you notice that aura goes away, and you do start to ask yourself if she has magical farts, as the aura simply disappears. But you all notice that she cast a spell to make that, perhaps to make her fart not smell or something like that, for all you can tell. Oh, very well.
So here's an interesting question. So the nature of detect magic allows me to determine the nature of the school of magic, the type of spell it is,
Yes.
or the type of magic it is when I see a spell being cast. What do I see when she casts Nystul's magic aura? Like, not about the thing that she's trying to cover up, but about the Nystul's magic aura spell itself.
So...
Or is it like a stealth spell?
It's not a stealth spell, it's an illusion spell. So, what you think that she has done is first conclusion, the obvious conclusion. She clearly has necromantic farts, and you should stay away from it because these are probably very dangerous. and then she apparently cast an illusion spell in order to mask the smell and the aura of those very dangerous farts.
Okie dokie. Gorman's gonna stumble over to Grunge and put a hand on his shoulder, and then retract that hand from his shoulder because he's all covered in grossness. And as he's flicking off all the gore and giant monster goo from his hand, he's gonna say, "Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the fancy librarians. They I think we should keep your distance. There's something going on there. I don't think you're going to be smelling that. It's gross, even grosser than you, and you're pretty gross right now. No offense, you just let me give you a little pickup. It's a little extra juice. You feel better, man. And he's gonna cast a healing word at second level. Oh.
Very well.
Do I hear this conversation?
And by the way, Red,
Terrible
you are
insight
in
to
terrible
understand what
shape.
he's saying.
I just want to point out you are in terrible shape. You only had 36 hit points left, and you are quite wounded by all the battles and stuff. So, but Grunge, you suddenly receive another word of healing to you that makes your wounds suddenly start to regenerate and you feel better.
Can I roll insight to see if I understand what the heck he's talking about?
Yes, you can roll
About
insight.
magical parts.
Yes, you can definitely do that.
See if I could pull something smart out of all that nonsense he just said.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Not with a 16 is the answer. No, it's just drunken ramblings as always.
Whatever he's saying may or may not be true. He's definitely seeing something with that detect magic that you are not, and he's talking about magical farts. So you should, you don't know. Maybe it's coming from the big monster.
All
Very
right.
well.
I guess I'm gonna go head over to these two and ask if they've picked up any clues that might help us find the book, as it's of the utmost importance.
Gorgon's gonna make an investigation check just of the general area with his just the area around him. See if maybe anybody missed anything. Since he's got the detect magic going.
Very well. As the three of them are carving as the three of them are carving to the bloated corpse, and you're looking around, I have to say, Corbin, first of all, this entire place feels covered in a haze of eldritch magic, and the body of the dead creature still has a faint aura of necromancy around, and as you are trying to detect things, you seem to be becoming overwhelmed with information, and your senses seem to be becoming overwhelmed, and you can't quite understand why. It seems that it's almost as if detected magic was capturing things, aura of things that you thought were there, and when you try to focus your attention on it, and you try to focus your vision on it, they disappear, and the aura is simply not there. Almost as if this place was trying to trick your senses of detect magic. And you've realized that, you remember, you are in a place with multiple layers of reality. In fact, you are not in the same layer that you've entered. in this cathedral, as you can see around, and you remember the advices of your friend Madame Claire, and about the far realm, and as you start to think that the detect magic here, or even things that will try and get you in contact with other deities or things like that, may also suffer some distortion, and that might be the reason why you're starting to feel overwhelmed by what you are detecting.
Okie dokie.
I gotta say, this creature's not easy. Any luck on finding the book where those worms were?
No. And I'll share my theories with him. Like, it's a shame it's a shame our arcane book expert does not have any spells for finding arcane books.
Well, he looks like he's busy trying to find it. That, or he looks pretty wasted.
I've been looking for your book, but it's nowhere to be found. It's nowhere. No, it's not over here. I've been looking around, but also everything is very, very confused, very blurry, very spinny, and it's making things difficult to determine.
Gotcha. And what about you, Red Hot? After I witnessed you slay something 50 times your size and ran over to Grunge with me, did you find anything?
No.
Roll deception.
I found Grunge on the floor.
Roll
Okay.
deception.
Just a second. It's just that I'm on my tablet. Every time I need to go from one tab to another, it just reloads for some reason. 31.
31. Roll your insight, Malefactor, as she's saying no to the two of you. You as well, Grunge.
I have a feeling there is no catching.
Can my insight
Hot.
be used on all three of them? Just making sure as I roll it.
If you can use what? Repeat the
I'm
question.
gonna be inciting all three of them. I'm only gonna roll once,
Oh,
but my
by all
insights
means.
could be for all three of them.
That's fine. That's fine. The others are not hiding anything, so there's nothing to incite there.
Oh, 19.
Above the table, if we can get something that allows me to use Arcana instead of Perception, we got it made in the shade, but...
I have a plus 12 to perception, and I still haven't caught her. So she's just, like, really good at lying.
I must say, guys, I think this is like, I feel tortured.
You're winning, and there's one of you. You've rolled, like, 12 rolls.
She just rolls.
Well.
She just rolling
I feel like
19s
it's
and 18s
like the
on this
most amount
deception
of
checks.
time.
For so it's just like a
Oh, don't worry. Now it's my turn, guys. I know you guys tried hard. Well, it sucks that this book is nowhere to be found. It has to be somewhere. Book expert. Besides, the person who requested this specifically asked for that book. And you know what's going to happen to all four of us if we don't have it.
What?
I'm more worried about my wish.
I'm
What am I do with that?
confused.
What good is a wish when our what's it called? Our sponsor asked us directly. That's why he asked you, Red Hot. That's why he asked us, Grunge. And that's why we promised you a wish, Gorbin.
I worry not. About-
don't remember any of that.
I am not so afraid of his wrath, as I am more frustrated with the situation. You know, a little. Honestly, he could have given us a bit more warning than just go find me this book. The
Look,
mage has got it. What kind of mage has abominations from beyond this plane just in their back in the back of their shop?
Well, that's why he asked us to find Gorbin, our expert in books here. I see you joined us later on, Red Hot. Did he give you any instructions or any information for us? Surely he always gives something to relay to the others.
Above table year legend. I don't remember if I had any conversation about this.
With Belial.
No, you were sent by your goddess and not the devil. So anything you say would be a lie unless you admit you weren't sent here by
You were
the devil.
Yes, basically
Oh, right, okay.
when you arrived, you were sent here by Tamora to retrieve the
Yeah.
book. And when you
Whatever.
arrived, you discovered these guys, and then they asked you, "Oh, you
I-
came here. The
Mm.
Hellfire Club sent you as well." And then you just went along with their
I remember.
misperception.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Wait. So, what was your question? If he? No, I don't remember really. I don't remember him saying anything more than what you said as well.
That's fair. I was about to say. Besides, sharing the prize between the four of us was going to be a problem. You know that, right?
Mm. But what did he say that was gonna happen to us? Above
That's-
table
Oh, you know.
again.
Oh, you know the
If it doesn't
usual.
get-
The vague threats.
Oh, no, he didn't tell us what was going
Alright.
to happen, but I just know when you let an archdevil down, this is above the table, by the way, it's not pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Above the table. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the book yet, so don't get too scared. I'll just I haven't made my mind up of what I'm gonna do with it. So
Just be
Anyway.
careful above the table. When I go back to Belial, I will talk about the four of us. How we failed.
yeah.
Well, if we can't find the book, then we need to at least carve something out of this creature. This thing has some value, even if it was failed. It was able to carry some power. Maybe it can help us find that book.
Mm.
Even more than one book, too. I wonder that. Gorbin, is there only one of those grimoires, or is there multiples? You seem to know a lot.
Above the table, legend. If I remember correctly, I don't actually have direct knowledge of this grimoire, as like it was only kind of described to me by them when they came to recruit me, right?
Yeah, it was more of you were hired as somebody who'd be able to identify the book we're looking for.
Right. To determine
Once we found it, yeah.
if it was like the
Ah.
genuine article or
Yeah.
a fake or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So the idea is that you are here to, if you get the book on your hands, you can tell them that if this is indeed the Soulstone Grimoire, and if it's what they're looking for, if it has forbidden knowledge and stuff inside, and if it's the genuine item, then they get to return to their patron, I guess.
Okay, it's hard to say, but yeah, I mean, I need to see it to verify, but I mean, I only saw it for a moment when the guy made out of millipedes was waving it around.
You know,
Could couldn't really authenticate from that distance.
That makes sense. This couldn't even be the right book that we're even looking for. Didn't that, undead elf guy say you're not gonna have my book? Did we even search his, lair or area thoroughly? Just follow them in here, didn't we?
Yeah, it's just because we gotta find the phylacticum, the phylactable, whatever it's called. The thing of his where he keeps his soul, so he doesn't come back. Because otherwise, he's gonna come back and he's gonna hunt us down, and that's annoying. It's really annoying because then you gotta deal with them in your own house, and it's a mess. It makes everything messy. And it's a real problem.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. We can take care of him.
Witches are no good.
But
There's
we
always eating people's souls.
Of course. We should probably look around this entire place then. We've only seen, one room? There must be more than one room here, wherever we are.
It's very spinny.
You are right. I feel like I've seen 3 of myself and then 1 of myself. I don't even know what the heck we're even looking at right now.
I was seeing at least 2 of you right now, and I do not appreciate it.
Can we do some investigation to look around to see if there's any other places that this room leads to?
It doesn't. It just seems to be a massive interior of a cathedral. As you look around, first of all, as you look around in this place, everything is hazed and blurred, so you can't really see into the distance with a lot of definition. As you are looking around, you've noticed that there is some soaks on the floor and some small channels on the floor where the brine seems to be flowing into this chamber. But besides that, there doesn't seem to be any other room. It just seems it's a massive place.
Yeah, I reckon, and as you describe that, Legend Malefactor starts looking around, and go yeah, does this place look changed for you guys? I don't remember it being kind of this shade in the air.
It's been purple for a while now, but that could just be me. I might just be having that dream again. As it just doesn't. I mean, it's just blurry and spinny, but that's kind of the way it's always been. So,
Yeah, I guess. Well, we can keep carving this thing, and I can take something back to our patron. But I don't know if you guys have any other ideas. You've already explored, all 3 of you, and looked over to the body. I'm already carving this big guy.
Well, carving this
From what
big
you
guy,
all told me.
even to confirm the theory that of Grunge that the book might be underneath the body, and to carve and to move this this gigantic creature out of the way, and the corpse of this gigantic creature out of the way, is gonna take you a few hours digging through the corpse. So let's fast forward.
How many hours?
Audience, and let's take a quick bio break of 10-15 minutes, and when we come back, let's just say you've been working on this for what is that? You've been working on this for 5 hours. So by the time we get back,
Okay.
you've been working on this for 5 hours, and folks, we'll be right back after this quick break.
Okay.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
All right.
hey, Malefactor, are you there?
Yeah, I just got back. What's up?
Does your character, you're Githyanki, right?
Yeah.
Do they count as aberrations?
Let me double check, because we don't technically come from the far realm. Hold on.
I mean, they were creations of the Lilith originally, right? And they kind of just
Yeah,
became their
but
own race.
I think they would be humanoid, just because when you think of, like, what's it called? Tieflings, which is the humanoid version of devils.
Yeah.
I think we
Probably
have
right.
humanoid versions of aberrations, but I think we'd be humanoid.
I think
Okay, and
most player species are like some variation of humanoid, right?
Yeah, so that way
And
spells like hold human can work on us instead of just only hold monster.
okay, and your character, despite your uh, demon connection or devil connections, does not count as a fiend for purposes of like spellcasting, right?
Also true, yes. I don't count as a fiend even though I serve a fiend. I'm like humanoid. I think they did that so you can't use like protection from evil and good on me. And like banish or dispel evil and good and all that kind of stuff and hollow spell.
All right, because that was exactly what I'm thinking of doing. Gonna make a little safe space for us to take a nap while y'all, hack away at that giant corpse.
Yeah, but yeah, good question on that. So even though I'm like close to being aberration or fiend, I'm only humanoid.
Yeah, I didn't want to didn't want to make a nice little cozy nap time space, only to have a quarter of the party be banished from it.
I wouldn't even know what happened to me. That'd scare me. I'd be like, oh, I'm not here anymore.
Well, I mean, not so much like banished in the technical sense. I just mean you wouldn't have been able to enter if I picked a thing that you wouldn't be allowed to that you technically qualified as.
Oh no, I got you. Besides, my resting thing is I have two immovable rods and I tied a hammock between them, so it's called my immovable rod hammock.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is just press the button on both of them, and there you go. I can sleep in there anywhere in the air.
Misty step like 300 feet into the air.
I don't want to
Hammock.
misty step while I'm in here, because who knows where I'm gonna be.
Well, in general.
I could do that. I could just. Well, the problem is though, like I'm not able to fly unless I use my Infernal Majesty form.
Well, I mean, out of combat, you can. There's no like action limit, right? So you can kind of just misty step as high as you want. Or do you need like a stable ground to step on?
I think you need stable ground step on because you can't just chain Misty Step. It's like per turn. But you also fall like 300 feet per turn if you don't fly.
Well, I guess you take the jump action and then from max height, Misty Step, and then just put the mover rods down as soon as you appear.
True, but then I wouldn't have the action economy to press the buttons on the immovable rod to fix them in place.
I mean, out of combat, it should be fine, right?
Well, yeah, but like...
Out of combat, I mean, even in combat, if you chain it right, you could, in theory, get to... you've got two... or even if you've got... Wait, is it an action or a bonus action to click the button on the rod?
Well, we're using 2024's rules, right? So I think it's only an action. Unless Legend has some homebrew version. Like, I know you can drink a potion with a bonus action. I think you might allow that.
Because
why would I want to be like...
Is the bonus action? Yeah, probably is. It's probably like non-combat actions or bonus actions.
Yeah, why would I be like 300 feet in the air, though? It might be 200 or 100. Imagine you guys just cast anti-magic on me and I start falling.
that does sound very funny.
Well, guess who has the sovereign glue and universal solvent? But to have something stuck to you.
Glue yourself to the air.
Hey, if Gorman plays a prank on you in his drunkenness that causes you to shed this mortal coil, he's also got the spells to bring you back.
I appreciate that. I did take the glue, and I did take the glue eraser with me. Solving glue is probably one of my favorite things to use.
Also, Gorman's generally not aware of sufficiently aware of the world around him and like what's actually going on to really pull that kind of prank. His grasp on reality is tenuous at the best of times.
Gotta bumble your way to victory.
You need universal solvent, oil of etherealness, or a wish spell to break the bond of sovereign glue.
Imagine needing to wish yourself to be unglued.
Hey, that could happen.
Imagine you glue Belial to his chair, and he's got one of the party members to the chair, and it's just like, oh, hey, now that wish you just got from the quest reward, use it to get out of that chair.
The problem is he has to sit on it for a minute. It takes a minute to set.
Right now, I'm just picturing like a mashup movie of the Wishmaster franchise and what was it? A Christmas movie, the one where the kid gets his tongue stuck to a pole, frozen to a pole.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's the same one. Where it's like, let's shoot your eye out.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is it like
that movie? But that the genie from Wishmaster shows up and is like, make a wish and I'll get you unstuck, and it's just an absolute horror show from there on out.
You know what I could do actually? I could probably glue a quarterstaff to my silver Vorpal scimitar and just turn it into like a scythe.
Ooh, that's
what?
An idea.
Glue the immovable rods together.
Ow!
Movable rods.
My hammock would be way what's called useless.
And then glue the Vorpal blade to the immovable rod staff, and now you have the immovable Vorpal blade.
That could be an idea. Attach movable rod to my scimitar. That way I can like stick it in place when I cut through.
And it's a free grapple now. You stab an enemy with it, hit the button, they now can't remove it.
You are right. They actually have to like, what's it called? Let the blade cut through them to remove themselves.
Yeah, they'd have to walk through the sword, and that's going to do a lot of damage. Considering, I have no idea how much damage walking through a sword blade would do, but it'd be funny.
We could also attach a movable rod or a quarterstaff to a shield, so I have a hammer. Bad hammer, but still.
Oh, having an immovable rod attached, like permanently affixed to a shield, is a very fun idea with a lot of potential. Because not just in combat, but even like
how to make permanent cover.
Yeah, like it can be cover. It can also just be like a straight up like you jump or misty step, like a little bit into the air, click the button, drop back down, boom! You got yourself a nice, like stepping stone to bounce off of to get higher and whatnot.
I could do that. Like, it's only makeshift. Like, I combined a tent and 2 movable rods together to make a movable rod hammock. That's exactly if you're wondering how I did that.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially since you've got 2 immovable rods, there's a ton of potential there with what you can do with that and the super glue, whatever it's called.
Because I naturally have climbing and swimming speed and walking speed. I have flying when I use my Infernal Majesty ability. So I could just sleep anywhere. Well, even on the side of the mountain for you guys. Granted, as long as it's not raining, though.
I can sleep anywhere as long as there's not rain.
Yeah, it's just
Like
uncomfortable.
that's a bit of a downside.
Well, yeah. But honestly, not needing my own bed and I can just like be suspended in the air.
To be fair, in real life, when I go camping, that's actually not too far off of what I actually do for my my sleeping arrangements.
I was just thinking to myself, like, oh, I could easily move a rods for something stupid, or I could just use it as my resting thing.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do with the glue, though, I'm going to be thinking about that. Oh, you know what we could do, since it's the devil in me? We could glue stuff together and then pay people if they want me to use my solvent. There we go. Create a problem, sell a solution. What do you think, guys? Oh, my majesty. You seem to be glued to your throne. Well, for a portion of your kingdom's treasury, I can definitely save you from your curse. I'm an expert in the field.
Yeah, you go to the court of some king or prince or whatever. You hand them a fancy magic bauble as tribute for their gracious welcome, and just really feel the weight of it in your hand. Isn't that a glorious piece? Now, if you ever want to be able to let go of that again, you're gonna need to pay me, let's say, half your treasury. Yeah, because otherwise, that's just gonna be stuck to your hand forever.
You know what we really could do? We could do King Arthur and the sword of the stone. Sovereign glue a sword into the stone. Have people try to lift it.
There you go.
Oh, then like I just come up and be like, all right, just put the solvent in there a little bit. There we go.
That's how you end up with a barbarian using it as a club by just lifting the whole stone.
Well, you could be like Puss in Boots in The Last Witch, where Jack Warner took the stone with the sword.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's why you don't use a good sword. Because if they try to lift the boulder with the sword, the blade just snaps, and then they've just got like the hilt.
No, you need a magical sword or a good sword, just because if they're strong enough to break the hilt off the sword, that's not going to work. Because only the blade is going to be covered in glue with the stone.
Well, yeah, no, that's the point. Because if they break it, then they don't like. Nobody's gonna go and be like, "Oh, hey, yeah, we see you've got the handle of a crappy sword," that kind of a thing. But if they see you draw the thing, then that's
use one of those like decorational like royalty swords that are just real ornate and pretty.
Got a better idea. What if we fight a Tarrasque, take its scales, and I glue them on my armor and put on your armors?
How to gain 10,000 AC for free? Simply glue a trash to yourself.
Well, technically 25 natural, but yeah.
Oh man, the last time I played Gorbin, he ripped the entire freaking carapace off a Tarrasque using divine intervention.
You know, we could glue it on and put it on ourselves and weapons. You know, have ridiculous AC.
The party ended up making a boat out of it.
Okay, that works too.
Well,
that was cool.
Not a boat.
That was cool.
It was what you call it? A ship that flies, an astral ship, whatever you call those.
A space jammer.
Yeah, a space jammer ship. Thank you. Spell
You
jammer.
could always
Spell jam, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give you credit though, Red Hat. You've survived both of their roles and my role playing.
Wow.
Yeah, no, she got away with the book. It's
that was
sort
tough.
of like if we get extra rolls for like during the trip back. I think it took like a few days to get here. So if we get a few rolls during that and she manages to beat those, well, shit. You know, she got away with it. She can now trade the book in for all 3 wishes for herself.
Look, my rolls aren't made for that, but I know I have roleplay to help me out. But damn,
I mean, I am amazed by the by Red Hot's capacity for deception, but I question the strategy of snagging it that early, because we're still trapped on another layer of reality in the far realm. So we've got a lot of hurdles to jump through together, or maybe you've got I don't know, maybe you've got a way to get back on your own. But
Gosh, I'll
otherwise,
just
we're
keep
gonna have
rolling
to
the same
work
way. If
together
you
to
just keep
get out.
rolling as good as she has, she doesn't even need to worry about it.
but when you rest, are you gonna be laying on that book?
Gonna have to. Nah, she can hide it. She can just start hiding it in other
I'm
places once we're moving.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm gonna have to do that. I'll have to identify it now in these 5 hours that you guys are
Imagine that's not even the right
trying
book.
to carve that. Imagine that.
Like,
Then I'll say, hey guys, look what book I found.
say that's not the Arcane Grimoire. That's Cthulhu's text.
That's his
I'll
recipe.
imagine.
Oh, I'm gonna feel so bad for you because so it probably is the right book, like campaign wise, but imagine that's not the right book.
Cthulhu's
That'll be
Guide
funny though.
to How to Serve Man.
I'm surprised you didn't
A
do Legendary
recipe
Wisdom
book.
or Con save when you shoved it in your back. But seriously, though, I'm like 50-50 on that book because I think the Lich should have the book, not the Mage, but it's whatever.
Who do you think should have the book?
I don't know if the Mage would have the Lich's book because the Lich says you're not going to have my book, so I'm 50-50 on that's the correct book or not. More leaning towards that is the right book.
Mm.
I mean, mechanically, we beat the dungeon and got the book, so it seems like a reasonable assumption to assume that's the book.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I think that the idea is that it is the Lich's book, but the mage, the worm mage or whatever it was holding on to it to use it to serve the Lich's purposes in trying to summon Cthulhu.
Yeah, that seems like a better explanation then.
Yeah.
Still got a Phylactery to crush anyway.
Mm.
And I mean, speaking strictly above the table, I'm kind of assuming that the book is the phylactery.
That's horrifying if true, because things I wouldn't want my phylactery to be the Necronomicon. Well, not the Necronomicon, the Cthulhu Nomicon. It would not be one of them.
Probably would be better to kill the Lich's Phylactery because that guy's gonna come after us.
Yeah, that's could be.
Yeah, but he got his ass beat, so I'm not too worried about him.
I'm not. Well, he probably won't come alone. I wouldn't expect him to solo us.
And it's not like we're a cohesive party that's gonna stick together after this adventure. So if he comes after us, it might be in between arcs, one by one.
What I didn't expect though was our insides to come out with his ability.
Yeah, that was. I did not see that coming. That is not a spell I was aware of in 2024 D&D.
Just like how you used white face. And I'm like, what? That's a spell?
That was real fun. But man, that barfing up your guts thing, that reminds me of some stuff in the 3.5e Book of Vile Darkness. There's some real fun, real nasty spells in there. They get real.
I think it was a homebrewed version of that spell, and it's a bit worse than the normal version, but I think it is a real spell.
Could be
Alright.
worse. We could fight Snowbody.
Is
Yeah.
is nobody. That that's
That gave me fear.
um is everybody back? Do we have everybody back? I assume
Other
your
than Red
silence
Hot. Oh,
means
yep,
yes,
you're here.
yes, very well. Okay, so you had time to
I'm
think
here.
about your
Okay.
problems. Let's return 5 hours later. You have been carving through the carcass of this bloated, gigantic, failed experiment, or I should say, failed summoning ritual.
Just wanna mention real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, during these 5 hours, I'll most probably try to, tell them I'm gonna look around quickly if there's anything else, and then I'll try to hide somewhere and identify if this is the book or not that we were looking for.
Excellent.
Also,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, Jack.
Also, in that time, Gorbin is going to head back out, just outside the doors to this temple, cathedral, whatever it is. Cast Hollow by way of divine intervention, and also cast Temple of the Gods.
Very well. Roll 2d20s for me.
Okay. Boop. Boop. That is
15 and a 6.
Wait, why did only one of those show up? Yeah.
It showed both 21. But it's a 15 and a 6 actually.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It just okay. Just mashed them together.
Very well. Well, the Hallow spell works. What is the effect you want to apply?
So that is going to be a. Well, why is that? Sorry, my browser is tweaking out on me. Oh, okay. Why is that happening weird? Sorry, having some technical difficulties.
Very well.
Oh,
Do you need
why
the
is
technical
that?
difficulty song?
Maybe? I don't know. What is this? I'm gonna reload the page. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna catch you.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stay with us for another minute
Okay.
while we're trying to sort this out.
Very sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so it's going to be warding against aberrations, and the extra effect is going to be. Let's say.
And you're doing that outside of the
Vulnerability.
temple, or at the entrance of the temple. Where are you doing this
Yes.
exactly?
I'm going just outside the doors of the temple and
Okay.
casting the Hallow spell. And crap!
And then Temple of
I have
Gods.
no idea what's going on with my browser right now. Yes. Well,
Right.
well, that was for the Hallow spell, and then I'm casting Temple of the Gods inside of the Hallow spell.
Excellent. And I assume you are going to, take a little bit of a rest inside while you wait for the others to do their carving.
Yeah, he's just gonna hang out inside and relax, have some drinks, talk to Hecate. I mean, well, talk at Hecate. She may or may not be listening. She doesn't seem to be getting his messages in this place.
I have to say, Gorbin,
But he's gonna
as,
keep talking.
as you go inside your temple, it looks, let's say, slightly different than you remember. you think that
That's
this place may have redecorated a little bit your temple of the gods.
So as he steps inside, he's gonna look around and go, "No, that's a bit disquieting. Don't don't like that one bit. But but it's a bed and a keg's a keg. So
Oh yes,
you
there is
gotta,
this.
you
There's
gotta make
this.
do.
There's this green goo coming out of these kegs that seem to have glowing runes written on them, and the stone beds with the fluffy grass on top seems to have tentacles and eyes coming out of them. Also, the images of Hecate and Mistra that used to decorate this place now seem to have been replaced by images of that creature you guys saw in your mind, that massive mountain-sized mind flayer, which you came to learn apparently is named Cthulhu. And yes, this place doesn't seem as cozy and inviting as you once remembered, Corbin.
Gorbin's gonna poke at some of the eyes on the beds, and then pour himself a flagon of whatever it is that's inside one of those kegs, and have himself a drink.
Excellent. As you drink from that keg, please roll a sanity check for me.
Of course. Oh, wow.
So for
How can
this
you
check,
regain back sanity points?
well, I can tell you is by making better choices. for the sake of your characters.
So if we have a long rest, it's not going to. If we have a long rest,
sanity
we
won't return
we
because
don't-
of a long rest. No.
Yeah. I've got sanity
Okay.
of 21, so that's a
Role-playing-
+5, right?
+5, yes. You don't lose any sanity, and you drink that disgusting green goo, and it has a little kick to it, and some aftertaste that you can't really explain what it is, and it kind of sticks to your throat while you were trying to swallow, as if it was trying to crawl back up while you were trying to swallow. But despite that, is quite somewhat gourmet. It's quite a delicacy, one would say.
Yeah, I mean, I've eaten octopus before. I know what it's like.
You ate an alive
You
one.
brave soul.
Oh no, not alive. But I mean, those tentacles they keep going even after they're dead.
Very well.
They bite all the way down.
And Red Hot, let me resolve you opening that book. As you
Can
go to-
I
yeah.
before can I
go
can I
ahead.
do something sorry. So before I start identifying, could I use my trance, because I'm very low on everything, HP mainly. So could I do like a long rest in basically like trance, like meditation, 4 hours?
That's fine. So you want to, instead of be carving, you want to take a long rest. You can only take one long rest every 24 hours. So I
Yeah.
assume you took one before coming here. So those 24 hours wouldn't have passed yet for you to apply a long rest.
Wait, so I can't use my trance?
No, but you can use a short rest, which takes about an hour, and you can use up to half of your hit point, or half of your hit dice to recover your health.
Is that like a rule?
Yes,
Yes.
it is like a roll.
Okay. Okay. I guess we will be doing that.
Very well. So you can. The short rest is a bit tricky on D&D Beyond. You gotta click on the short rest button, then select
Yeah,
up to
I'm
half of your
literally.
hit,
Yeah,
up to
yeah.
half of your hit dice that you want to use. Then you need to click on the little heart that appears below.
I only have.
Click on the little heart to roll,
I don't
please.
have any of that. So I basically have. I don't have that. So what I have is, recover one packed magic slot, bardic inspiration, action surge, hexblade's curse, and I have 2 ticks. One for reset
Scroll down.
maximum HP changes during this rest, and the other one is automatically apply healing with dice result.
Yeah. So
And then I have bard, hit die
don't
1d8
don't
plus 2,
don't
total
select
15, and then
yeah
all the
don't
slots.
select reset maximum HP. Go to your leave the automatically apply healing selected. Then go to your bard and tick on the boxes inside the
Okay, and I
boxes
click
of
take
how
short
many.
rest.
And then no, don't click on that
Okay.
yet. Click on the heart
I
that's gonna
tick all
appear
of
at the
them.
bottom. Don't tick all of them,
I
up to
see.
half of them.
Okay, got it.
And then you click
Understand.
on the heart that is going to appear below.
Oh, sorry.
To roll, and then you click on take short rest, and then you click again before 3 seconds pass. That's how easy D&D Beyond has
Okay.
made this for us. It's like you have to pass a puzzle in a dungeon in order to take a short rest. It's just so many buttons you gotta
Wait,
click.
I think I have 15.
Yeah, you should have a lot of hit
I have
dice
15.
at max level.
So if I have 15 squares, how many do I tick?
Up to half of them.
As many as you want.
7 or 8?
Seven or eight, up to half of them.
I guess
So
round
7
up.
or 8?
You can round up.
Is it rounding up or down?
Doesn't
Okay.
matter. Honestly, it's at this level. It doesn't
Right,
matter.
okay, so then I click on
You click on
that.
the heart first.
Okay,
And
51.
You heal 51, yes. And then you click on take a short rest, and then you click again within
Yeah.
3 seconds of it. And that second button is to reset stuff in your character sheet that may require a short rest. And that's it. And now you're back to 97 after
Alright.
1 hour's rest.
Do you feel rested?
Okay.
Gorbin is Gorbin went all
Yeah,
the
sorry
way to
about
the
that.
entrance.
Ignore the greater restoration spell. The hell, I was just trying to do the maintenance on my spell list for the
Very
spells that I cast.
Very well.
Yeah, so. Yeah,
Gorbin
you
is all the way to the
ignore all that.
entrance of the temple. Red Hot, drag your character to where you wish she would have opened the book. Please. In the map, where would she go in order to check this book? While Grunge and
Sorry.
Malefactor are working hard to carve through that obsidian skull under the rotten flesh of the creature. Where would you have gone to just, rest for an hour and open that book?
So where exactly am I? Where
Yeah, where in the map?
can I
Just
go
drag-
behind the skull, or where exactly? Well, I don't know because I can't remember the room. Like the can
Can you see the map?
basically I want full cover so
Very
that
well.
they can't see me.
Very
Yeah,
well.
I can see it, but
So you
I
go
don't
behind.
know
You
if
go behind those
yeah,
massive.
I guess
tentacles.
behind this one.
Oh, even more to the north. Very well.
Yeah.
Excellent. As you go behind a skull, deep into the temple, the moment you open, and let me see something here. Yeah,
Oh boy.
The moment you open that book, you don't need to get out of the map. You can stay in the map. The moment you open that book, you immediately lose a point of sanity. So your sanity is now down to 12.
Amazing.
And as you open the book, first of all, this place is already hazed and blurred, and you feel like the longer you stay here, the more it messes with your mind. As you are trying to as you're trying to grasp the content of this book, because I understand you don't have the identify spell on you, as you're trying to grasp the context of this book and to assess what it is talking about, it's written in a language you don't understand. It doesn't seem to be your usual magic glyphs. It doesn't seem to be nothing that you have seen before. It doesn't seem to be alphabet of Inferno or Abyssal or nothing like that. It's no alphabet or description. And it has several drawings and anatomic drawings that show anatomic drawings of that creature that you have seen in your mind, or something that looks very much like the bloated creature you've just destroyed. It has also...
Let me ask you something real quick. I know I have contingency spell. Could I use contingency spell in conjunction with the identify of this book?
You would need to have identify in order to do that, and you don't have identify.
So with contingency, you have to have the spell.
Yeah, you cast both spells when you cast contingency. As you are trying to assert what this book is, roll an investigation check for me. As you're trying to ascertain what this book is talking about.
Ooh, crit.
Nat 20, very well. You get inspiration. Something in this book seems to be
I can give it to someone else if they want it, because I already have.
Sure, I'll take it.
Very well.
Go for
Something is in this book is resonating with you. You hear the sound of the brine dripping around you, and that weird tank with the massive brain inside. You don't know if that brain in the tank is alive or not. The tentacles that come out of this massive skull behind you seem to not move or to be dead. As you are looking into that, you start to realize what the tome is talking about. Based on the drawings alone, you've realized that is teaching. You think it's teaching someone how to. There are several. First of all, there are several things that the book teaches. One of it is that you could deduce is that it teaches the users to turn into Eldritch Lichs. So if you're looking into becoming an Eldritch Lichdom, go through Eldritch Lichdom ritual, you just need to decipher what this chapter of the book is talking about. The other thing it's saying is some sort of ritual. You think it's some sort of summoning ritual because it has drawings of circles and summoning circles and symbols. And you think that like conjuration circles and this kind of things. So you think there is some sort of summoning ritual. The other thing this book seems to be teaching is something related to gems or stones. You don't quite understand what is the gist of it, but you know that the book's called the Soul Stone Grimoire, so you think that this is probably what a soul stone is. And as you are looking through it, you see that the soul stones seem to be this kind of crystallized obsidian stone that you can see in the drawing you can see eyes as if they were looking from the inside of the stone, as if they were crystallized and in resin or something like that. You go through these pages and there is all sorts of rituals, and then the very last chapter, the very last pages, there is this massive scripture that seems almost like a contract. If you ever seen one, small letters, very well, a lot of writing, small fonts. It seems very much like a contract, and at the end, there is a place where you believe it's a place to sign, and you see the signature of someone there in blood. Someone came and has signed the back of the book in blood, and you see the names, or I should say the signatures of several other creatures at this last page, and it gives you an idea that you could potentially sign here and see if something nice happens to you. As you have seen, many before you have signed the last.
Do
page
I
of this
know
book.
any of those names?
You don't. They're signatures, so you you don't know their names. You can't recognize their names. They're just like scribbles written with, instead of ink, with blood.
Scribbles.
Um,
Okay.
And yeah, just like proper signatures, like autographs or something like that.
Okay.
For one of them, you just have like a big X. So you have several of these, like a collection of them. You think almost a dozen, perhaps, creatures have signed the back of this book. You can't recognize their signatures, but the fact that you have their signatures, if you ever see these signatures again, you could potentially identify that that's one of the creatures that had signed the back of this book. And that's it. You don't quite understand what this is. You know that it's messing with your mind, but it certainly resonates with you. And there's something about this nebulae energy around this book, like an aura around this book that seems to be protecting this book, that it also pulsates, almost like a heartbeat. Once in a while you feel a pulsation coming from this book, magical in nature, and it feels like as if the book had a mind of its own, and you start to grow slightly paranoid, Red Hot, as you are going through this. It feels to you that you might, I mean, maybe it's your mind playing tricks on you, but you start to think that this book it's dangerous. It has forbidden knowledge, and you start to think that everyone else is out to get you. Even people who are not in this room, maybe even Timora, they are out to get you. Maybe they want this book because something in them, a greed deep ingrained in them, wants this book. And you start to feel that you have to protect this knowledge from falling in the wrong hands.
Yeah, I mean, kind of started with that idea. I'm a bit scared of it, and a bit scared of it getting into the wrong hands, I guess. Okay, I guess I'll try to shove it back to where it was, trying to make it a bit more concealed so it doesn't look that obvious that something's there. So now that I have time here, I'll put it like, in a safe way. I guess still behind my back and behind like in between my back and my guitar.
Very well. As you are,
Does it fit in my guitar?
you mean the mandolin that you're carrying on your back?
Does it fit in there?
It does not. No.
Okay.
Its volume is as large as the base of the mandolin. Yeah.
And if I put it in my bag of holding, can I know if anything bad could potentially happen?
You wouldn't know that because you don't know the magical properties of this book. Because you don't have identify.
So, oh, okay, I see. Is there any role that I could potentially, an arcana or?
There,
To know if
an arcana does not replace an identifier. What arcana does is you look back into your knowledge of magic and you try to retrieve something that you have seen before or you have learned about before, in terms of arcana, or you could potentially deduce.
so Timora didn't really give me.
She didn't give you a. Well, in fact, none of the patrons that had sent you guys here actually had seen this book before. They told you to retrieve this grimoire or this tome, without actually ever describing to you what exactly it was. You know it would be, it had forbidden knowledge. Was important and would likely be well guarded. But right now, despite the fact that you really think you are very sure that this is likely the book you are looking for, you wouldn't be 100% sure that this is the Soulstone Grimoire, because you can't read the writing in the book. You don't understand the language, and you don't have identify red hot to be 100% sure. For all you can tell, it's either the Soulstone Grimoire or you just stole that larvae mage cultist Bible of sorts. So it could just be another type
so
of
can I?
book.
Okay, so during a short rest, can I take identify? Can I switch my? Because I'm guessing I can use trance as much as I want, right?
No. Short
No?
rest also. Yeah, you can take one short rest after another. So
Okay.
So what trance does is that it just shortens your long rest.
Right. Okay.
And then what you want to do is to switch your spells during. You don't have your spells are.
Well, a bit too late now. Because if I can't switch it back to what I have, I don't like that.
Yeah, no backsies.
Yeah.
Very well. I just need to double check if you can change your spells on a short rest. I think it's only on a long rest, but like the clerics, because you are a known, you are a class that knows your spells. But I have to double check. Very well. So you return to the others. Malefactor, Grunge, let me describe to you what you find as you pierce through for the after almost 5 hours. You pierce through the skull of the carcass of this creature. Underneath it, there is a glowing brain, much like the gigantic one behind you, almost as if it was its little cub. As you pierce through and you remove this plate, this obsidian plate that the size of a shield, out of your way, there is a blast of psychic energy that comes out from it. And both Grunge and Malefactor, you gotta roll a DC 23 wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Does it help I have resistance to psychic damage?
That not yet. It wouldn't give you advantage on this if that's the question.
I will use my blood price to roll. Use one of my hit die to roll a d10 to increase that.
Very well.
27.
Very well. So you've passed, and Grunge, you fail. Grunge, roll for me a d10, please. All right, Grunge, for the next hour, you suffer this effect. You lose the ability to speak for the next hour. The massive blast hits you, Grunge, and suddenly it's almost as you forgot language. Not your first character that goes through this.
Like an old Nintendo character. Just you just speak in like gibberish noise, and then a text box appears above my head.
Very well. Malefactor, you're the first one to see through, and what you see is the brain inside this skull is swirling inside what seems to be a brine-like soup, and it seems to have be, despite the fact that the creature has died, it seems to still have some glow in it, some magical glow in it. If there is a sparkle to this creature, you think it's inside the gray matter of this brain, because it still glows. How exactly would you like to extract a spark of Cthulhu that might be inside this creature's brain?
I'm glad you asked. I could stab it, eat it, or take it. That's a good question. Well, so I'm looking at this brain, I see it shine, right? Can I, like... Is the brain tough for my sword to, like, dig through a little bit?
The brain is not tough at all. It's a squishy, mushy... it doesn't look like the same type of structure you would expect in a mortal's head. It looks to have suction cups. It looks like a bunch of tentacles just swirl around together, as if they were. It's not a smooth and clunky architecture like the one we have in our hands.
Well, first things first, for that brain, since I cut out like an obsidian shield plate out of its head, I'm going to be definitely taking that with me when we're done here.
Excellent.
Then back to the brain. I guess, can I try to get to the center of it?
Yeah. How do you want to do that? Because it's the size of a hut.
Oh. Could I get take out my quarterstaff and just try to put it in like a dipstick in a car?
I've watched enough old cartoons to know that the the correct answer to this is by licking. You gotta lick your way to the center of that Tootsie Pop.
I don't think it's sweet like one, but I'm just gonna try to put a quarterstaff and see if I can get inside it.
Very well. Yeah, the quarterstaff pierces through the mush flesh. And what exactly are you looking for? Because you don't feel that there's a hard part. You're just moving the thing around the skull.
Either the hard part or just something shiny. Because when it said spark, I think because this brain is bright, right?
It has a faint glow.
I'm looking for something hard,
yes.
or
it has a faint glow to it.
there's something bright. Something hard or something bright as I search around.
Very well. You're looking for something brighter than very well. As you are piercing with this, it takes you a while, but at some point, you with your feet and by helping with your hands, you find something glowing inside. You think it's a kind of a fleshy gland that it's inside its brain, and it definitely has a strong glow, and you think it's what is making the rest of the corpse of this brain to glow.
How big is it?
It's about the size of your head.
I want to take it. I want to extract and take that with me.
Excellent. How are you extracting? Are you cutting off? Are you carving out?
Try cutting and carving it as best as I can, trying to retain that glowing part from the brain with my sword.
Very well. Gorbing, let me ask, for how long did you stay inside that temple?
Oh, he's I mean, once they started going to work on the thingamajig, he kind of just ducked out pretty shortly after there. It was he was able to cast because he cast through divine intervention, so he was able to hallow the area with an action, and then it was another hour to cast the which
you cast hallow through divine intervention.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would require
And
Hecate to listen to you. So you gotta roll a religion check for me, please.
oh, okay.
Sorry, I missed that little detail.
Oop. Does 26 work?
Yes, the divine intervention works, but you don't think the power that is fueling is coming from Hecate directly. You don't think she heard you.
Fair enough. She has been a bit distant lately. And then it's another hour for him to cast Temple of the Gods, and so that's what, like, call it an hour and 5 minutes. After that, he's just been kind of chilling in the temple, sitting on the altar, talking to his absent goddess. For however long it's been since then.
Okay, but then my question is, do you come out at any point to check if they finish, or do you just stay inside?
Nah, I think he's just staying inside.
Very well.
He's done his job.
Very well. So, Red Hot, to answer your question about changing spells, so I was just checking back your build because you're multi-classed. None of your classes actually allow you to change your spells. You're not a wizard anymore when you were playing in the previous one. So bards they know their spells. They don't prepare spells, and the same is true for warlocks. So the only way they change spells is by leveling up. So I'm afraid you're stuck with what you got.
Oh, not even after a long rest?
Yeah. So they're not.
Oh,
quick,
wow.
They don't
That's
prepare
bad.
spells. They
Okay.
know spells.
quick side note.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to mention that when Corbin laid out the floor plan for the Temple of the Gods, he set it up so that the door to the temple is directly aligned to the door to the cathedral that they were already in. So, like, you walk out of one, you walk straight into the other.
Very well. Excellent. The reason why I'm asking, Corbin, is because when Malefactor starts to carve out that glowing gland from the middle of the brain of this creature, which is not the book you were looking for, Grunge, but somehow that thing pulses, and as it pulses, Red Hot, you feel as if something in the book you have behind you, in the tome you have behind you, pulses back as if resonating. That sensation goes back and forth, and all three of you feel that pulsing. And suddenly, the
Right.
world drowns, and the three of you find yourselves being not violently, but swung around through this massive sea with relentless motion of the tide. There's no storm, there's no lightning, but there's tons of rain. You float weightlessly, your senses just stripped down from you, as if you were trapped inside your own minds, and the sea, black and green, somewhat thick as oil. And every wave just seems to be carrying whispers as it pushes you around, as you're drifting like one of those little floaters in the middle of the sea. The boyos. And ahead of you, in front of you, rises this mountain-sized Cthulhu. It feels, again, the pressure and its presence. It feels as real. It's his bulk, crowned. You can see impossible angles and slow-moving tentacles, and the sea acts something like a curtain that came out of the way, and suddenly that presence is there. It doesn't necessarily press against your mind, but it does feel it. You realize with this almost cold level of clarity that he's not entering your thoughts. Your thoughts are entering it, him, this space. And then your minds are flooded with visions. Gorbin, you're the only one who doesn't feel any of this, because right now you are in a Cthulhu extra-dimensional temple inside one of the extra layers of an extra-dimensional place, I guess. So yeah, you've managed to avoid this. Um, let's start with grunge. Grunge. The first image you see in front of you is that of love. Not as a queen, not as a spider goddess enthroned in her shadow entangled throne, but you see her webs stretching across the astral, the abyss, the underdark, her webs of influence. And every strand of those webs doesn't end on her and on her throne, but rather in you. You stand at the center of a lattice that spans worlds, filaments pulsing with obedience, influence. You see Drow kneeling before you, demons that hesitate to approach you. Even gods tug at the silk and find it that it does not yield. Love is there as well, and she watches you with something like unfamiliar in her many eyes. She doesn't command you. She's not trying to eat you. She's revering you. Her power seems to flow through you, not the other way around. And her schemes seem to succeed only because you allow them to. Her webs grow because you allow them to. You extend them. You feel her trying to assert dominance and failing because the webs that she spans across the multiverse only listen to you. Cthulhu's thoughts just brushes yours as almost dispassionate in the way they feel. You understand those thoughts as if this god was telling you that Lot thought that devotion was control, and you have shown her in this scenario in your mind control without devotion. You see yourself stretching the web further over gods, over planes, over false pantheons that tremble when they realize the strands that are already around their necks. Love does not scream, she's consumed in this vision. She stops mattering, and you feel briefly how small of a god she truly is. As you look down on your hands, you are holding the tome, the same tome you saw in the hands of the larva mage. And you have a gleam on your face. You know that that knowledge and that devotion that came to you were provided by this creature, by Cthulhu. It's showing you a sample of what you could be. And as you look down at the book, you turn the book around with a gleam and you kind of caress its back cover, almost as if there was something there that you, or maybe something underneath there that you treasure. And you lose 2 points of sanity. as a consequence of this.
Oh boy.
And then, Malefactor. In your mind, the vision is different. You stand in the nine hells, and in front of you, an army that spans throughout the entire layer. Belial, news in front of you. Behind you, you see the throne of Asmodeus. A throne of contracts and fire built over millennia of influence, tactics and games. His expression towards you is carefully neutral, almost carefully afraid. Devils do not fear rebellion, but they fear irrelevance. And you have made them irrelevant. You feel power flowing through your body, as if hell now has to bend around you. The infernal law rewrites itself to accommodate your presence. You are not bound by pact or hierarchy. No, you are the outcome hell was always preparing but never intended to face. Belial speaks your name as a prayer in front of you, and Asmodeus does not speak at all. You feel the thoughts of Cthulhu rolling over you as a slow tide. And you understand what those thoughts mean, despite the fact that they don't come to you as words. They come to you as the reflection you are having in that moment, in that scene. As if you were thinking, these devils, they thought your ambition could be caged. But you removed the cage. You broke through. And now you see yourself wielding hellfire that does not burn worlds, it erases entirely. Devils scatter, archdevils bargain, over gods take notice a bit too late. Because you are not a general and you are not a servant anymore. You are the spear thrown at the gods. And you sense that when
That's amazing.
Cthulhu consumes the false divine order, not because it was spared, but because it was useful, hell will survive and be spared thanks to you. And a tool does not outlive its maker, but a weapon might. And in that sensation, you've put a hand behind your back, and hanging from your belt, you feel the massive tome of Cthulhu. The same tome you saw a glimpse of in the hands of the larva mage when you entered this. You feel the power of the knowledge it gave you. And you sense that the true power that you wield now comes from him, from Cthulhu. It's showing you what you could be.
Am I able to talk in this as well, or is it just the sensation?
It's a vision in your mind that is flooding your mind while you are inside your mind space being swung around by massive waves in this ocean.
Would I be able to think that I don't have this tome?
Yes, you know you don't have this tome now, and you know, but right now you're flooded by the sensations and the thoughts of what you are seeing.
Okay.
Red Hot, you in your mind you see cities bright cities, beautiful cities. Not just one, hundreds, thousands, across plains and worlds. You also see palaces. The palaces in those cities crack. Vaults and the riches just flood. You see tyrants hanging, choking. You see their armies misfiring, entire armies. Their plans unravel, their fortunes collapse in almost exquisitely unfair ways. And below, always below, the poor, the needy, they rise, not by charity, but by hope, by inevitability, by what you are giving them. You walk through these streets as luck incarnate. And the dice never favor the powerful again. Kings fall down around you. Dragons sleep on gold. Empires lose everything because the math simply turns against them. Timora also appears in your vision, smiling. But there's a sort of tension in her smile now. A level of admiration and even fear. And within that vision, Cthulhu's thoughts just hum deep in your mind, as if it were the thoughts that you were having yourself in that situation. Luck is cruelty pretending to be kind. And you have made reality honest by bending to the needy and to the poor. You see yourself toppling gods of wealth, gods of war, gods of conquest, not with blades but with outcomes. You control what happens when they try their actions. No speeches, no mercy, just the quiet satisfaction of a universe that finally stops rewarding those who already have everything. You don't save the poor. You end the idea that they should exist at all. And by your side, carrying under your arms, are not your swords anymore, not your mandolin, but the book you just opened. You look at it with a gleam of satisfaction, as if you were reassuring you've made the right choice. As you open the back cover, you see your own signature in the last page. And you've realized that that signature has made you an emissary of Cthulhu, and that the power this creature has given you is far beyond what any champion of any god could ever hope to have. In fact, is far beyond what the gods can do. It doesn't follow the same rules as the rest of existence in this multiverse. And you know that you are changing to what is supposed to be. And you feel that that is what Cthulhu could turn you into. The the 3 visions that you all have kind of start to spiraling back into the sensation that you have by being swung around by the sea. Cthulhu is closer to you, not threatening, not demanding, but it's present, looking down at you. You feel insignificant in front of the magnitude and of the sheer power you sense in this creature. And you have a common understanding across you that what he offers you is truth, not promise, not a command. This is not deception. This is possibility. It's not demanding you to believe. It's not demanding your loyalty. It's not demanding you even sacrifice. Belief fades, loyalty breaks, sacrifice is forgotten at some point. But Cthulhu does not demand any of these. He ends all of this. Like a wildfire that does not hate the forest, but it clears it. And it leaves just enough of it so it can't regenerate, so it can grow again, greener than ever. You see the multiverse after him, quieter, emptier, but more honest. There are no false thrones, no divine lines, only death, birth, and balance, and something new growing from the ashes, unburdened by worship. You feel the pulse from that, and the sea continues to carry you around. Eventually, this massive wave splashes against your faces and drowns you deep into the sea. You lose sight of the massive creature in front of you. And you have the impression that all of those visions were an invite to join Cthulhu, to join and be remembered as those who brought change and those who told the truth and freed the existence of the multiverse from the lies of the gods. As you open your eyes, all three of you are prone, laying down with your backs on the floor, as if you had just been washed over by waves from that sea. The environment around you is still hazed. And let me give you some moments to absorb this and to figure out what you want to do about this, what he has shown you.
Well, that was quite the experience. Honestly, I don't know why. I could see why everyone else wants this book, but if you guys saw what I saw, I'm sure you can agree that book is more beneficial for us. There's a hint of deception into that legend. Although I'm saying us, I know I really mean me, but...
Very well. You can roll deception.
Not my best, but it's alright.
And Grunge and Red Hot roll insight, please.
I have a button for that, sure.
You believe him, Grunge. You believe he believes that he's telling the truth. And Red Hot, how much did you roll?
A 22.
Very well.
Well,
You are paranoid at this point, Red Hot, so you think he's full of shit.
That would make sense for someone who actually holds the book and got paranoid from it.
oh, she has the book. She can obtain that future.
I'm
Well-
not gonna make any comment on that.
Well, I don't know what he showed you, but it showed me controlling and saving hell from that from that being.
Grunge will go to say something along the lines of, he showed me nothing I was interested in, but it comes out as...
I forgot about that.
And then he looks down at his hands, and he looks up at you, and he looks down at his hands, and he starts talking to you in sign language because he knows sign language. And he'll go, "Do you speak sign language?"
Do it.
I just see him move his hands,
Do we
not
speak
realize I do not have sign language out of character. In character, I'll be like, well, I think that big creature messed with his language. I think he may have said something funny to him.
He'll sign, obviously. Just because you have no idea what he's doing, but he started doing some like funky hand gestures right now.
I know. I'm like looking at him, going like, okay. As I'm just looking at him move his hands, I don't understand what he's saying. But then I look back to Red Hot and says, "Well, what did he? What did that creature show you? That godlike being?"
Well, you know what I'm all about. Giving to the poor. So basically, yeah, that there would be no more poor people in the world. Everyone would have everything they need.
I wish we had that book, honestly, because he showed me that book, but we don't have it. He didn't. Did he tell you guys where we could find it?
Did he tell you?
No, that's why I'm asking you guys.
I think we all kind of saw the same thing.
Oh, I didn't see any poor people in my
If
vision.
No, as in, no, I meant like everyone, whatever they, things that they believe in and nothing else.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. I was to say, I'd probably get rid of the poor people. Not in the same way you would, though. I know that's very evil. That's very evil of me to say that as a devil.
You can't hear what you won't understand what Grunge is saying. But his response to you will be, "But I love poor people. There should be more of them."
As I just see you keep waving your hands at us. Like, man, you really did not. I wish. I wonder.
Okay, Grudge.
Grudge, you alright?
Now I wish that Corbin was there because Corbin has understand language or comprehend languages as a spell, and he could translate, but he would translate it through Corbin's speak, and it would be even more incomprehensible.
No. That would be funny.
I hope that's not permanent. We should probably go help him.
Yeah, maybe Corbin would know what to do in this situation.
Um,
Where's Corbin, by the way?
Malefactor, as you're still holding the gland that you took out of that brain, and it was bright, it starts to flicker. Its light starts to flicker, and as the light is flickering, you've noticed something glowing on the back of Red Hot. And both as the light of the gland flickers, as it turns off, as it switches off, the light on the back of Red Hot lights up. And then they keep alternating like this. And eventually the gland just goes...
Right, but how can you see that?
The glow just goes complete...
I'm at the back.
Just a sec.
My back is not facing him.
Yes, but the light can be seen from afar. The light coming out from your back.
Your rear end has become
And the
luminescent.
thing that
Yes, and
even with the spell that I had, because that spell is for 24
Yes.
hours.
yes, and as the gland finally switches off and goes completely dark and its light completely disappears, you see that glow, the same type of light and glow coming from the back of Red Hot, as if she was, a firefly or something. And
I take
go ahead.
I take the gland, and I go like, oh, I know what it's telling me to do, and I bring the gland closer to Red Hot, and I put it right on her butt.
Very well.
What are you
And,
doing there?
and as you
I
approach,
turn around.
you see there is this massive glow that even makes the cape that is covering something to become almost transparent with the glow that is coming from underneath. It's very
Don't
bright.
you see? It's a sign. The spark has gone to you, particularly in your backside, but to you.
Wait, but I'm still confused. Why? So why is Nestor's magical aura not working? Because I basically made it non-magical,
It
a
is.
magical object not to appear magical.
That's
Nisto
for like
is still
detect
working.
magic, doesn't it?
Nisto is still working.
Yes, it is still working. What's happening is not that it appears magical; it's just glowing really brightly. It's like you had a lamp strapped to your butt.
It's like you're a firefly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You sense
So it's-
when they remove this
Okay.
gland, you sense that both the gland and the book that you were carrying were pulsing together, and if they were connected. And before, you had the impression that the book had a mind of its own. But the
And now you
aura
have a
of the book
gland
and
by your butt.
Nistel's effect are still in place. Nistel's doesn't prevent light from glowing out of the book. So
Isn't that like a magical effect that is happening there?
I can't really tell you that without a proper check.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a difference between a magical effect and a magical aura. The Nustel's only really disguises the aura. Sorry if that's I don't mean to be metagaming there. Just
Does anything
So-
happen when I put the gland on her butt?
No, not any specific happen except her her clothes get a bit dirty. Red Hot, you now realize that your butt is shining very bright, and these guys are gonna notice. What would you like to do?
I'm still confused how they noticed because my back was not facing to them, so I don't understand how they can see from my
You're
front that my
you're
back is.
radiating illumination. It's like holding a lamp.
I'm
It comes
confused.
out in a radius.
Well, if there is a bunch of
Yeah, but
if-
I've got like clothes on top as well. It can't be that.
it's
like,
a very
it's not-
bright light.
I don't know.
It's making
Makes no sense to me.
It's making your clothes get almost transparent. Imagine you are keeping a star on your butt,
So they can.
and it now starts to glow. That's yeah.
Okay.
The light
I don't know
is
what
so
it is,
bright
if you're wondering.
that is coming out from every slit, every corner, and even the cloak you have on top of it is becoming almost transparent because of how bright is the light.
you stuck a spotlight
Okay, I'll
down your
just say-
pants,
I'll
and
just say-
it's just shining
That's fine.
straight through your clothes.
I'll just say that I guess I've lost a little bit of sanity, guys, but I just like that light, how it lights, and I've got some magical powers as well, and I just like to shine in the
But it-
same rhythm as that thing, whatever. What is that you're holding out?
I took it from the beast and it was sparkling, but then the sparkle went back here. Why? Why is your butt so sparkly? Are you did he give
Because
you
I
his
did
will?
that.
You did that.
No. Yeah, I did that.
Roll,
How?
I like
roll deception.
magic.
What magic spell?
Prestidigitation. Just picture light.
I don't need to do you.
Roll deception, Red Hot.
I rolled a-
Malefactor and Grand, you roll insight.
I'm just gonna make a mental note to myself that the next time I have a character that has the prestidigitation spell,
Hey, would you look at
gonna make magic
that?
Magic fart. Very well.
Silvery barbs. I'm gonna
That's a
silvery
natural
barb
20.
that.
You're gonna
Grunge.
poof into even more.
Very well. Grunge.
This
You
time
suspect
well.
you get inspiration first of all, and you suspect that Red Hot is you
Wait, I
suspect that
can't
she's
silvery
hiding.
barb?
So
It will. Natural 20 is automatic success. Even if you like silvery
Oh,
barbs, it'd still be
Um,
automatic success, right?
well,
Or can you silvery barbs a nat 20?
Silver barbs would be to reroll. But the triggering to silvery barbs, well, it can be used in an ability check. So yes, you could technically silvery barbs.
Okay. In that case, do your thing.
I'll happily do that.
You still have to
Right.
beat like whatever 20 plus number
What
is.
did you roll for a deception?
I rolled a 33.
Just now, a 33.
A 33. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard you. You said to 33. 33. God damn.
What is your charisma score?
Large.
That's some expertise. in
It's the
charisma.
biggest.
That
It's
is
gotta be 30,
disturbing.
right?
It's not 30. No, I
She
think
has to have like,
Sorry guys, my characters. Everything's loading for me. I
it's a
can't see anything, to
24
be honest.
charisma. But yes, she has
Yeesh.
plus 19 on that check.
On
mean-
deception, yeah.
my highest skill is plus 17. Holy crap. That's with a plus 5.
Well, that's all right. I can roll with that. You said magic when you did that deception, right?
Yeah, she did.
No, I basically just said that I liked the way, because I said I kind of like lost my sanity a bit. So,
Yeah.
so I liked the way your whatever you got from that skull was shining, and I just like to shine in tandem with that in the same rhythm as that. So I just made myself shine.
That's fine, but can you bring it back? This thing's basically useless if it's not shining.
Bring what back?
To shine back on this brain as I remove it from your backside. You put it on your butt or your back, but you took away from its light. Can you give its light back, please?
Oh, I didn't take it away from that. I have no idea why that stopped. I didn't. I basically didn't do anything to that, did I, Legend?
No, you didn't
No,
do anything to that. No,
This is just
but I'm not there. I'm not in
no. This is
game.
just him. and
Yeah, so I have no idea why.
No,
No, I was
it
just
was,
asking
it was
about
glowing,
table,
and then it was
I
glowing.
didn't touch that.
So the reason why he thinks that he
As in, I
you
didn't do
did something-
anything to that.
Yes, the reason why he thinks you did something is because the switch on and off was alternating in sync until the point where the gland went completely off and your butt is now glowing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Effectively,
I
I think you
already
stole its light. And
said
I
what I
want it
had
back.
to say. That's not my problem. What you think? I told you what
So
what
there
I
is-
said earlier.
there is a almost as if she's keeping a lighthouse under her on her back, and now everywhere you point your back to, there is this light coming out like a headlight coming out from your butt, Red Hot, and it does feel like you are some sort of firefly because whatever you point your butt towards just suddenly gets more bright than it was before. Like a torch,
But
like a
why
big
on your-
torch.
Why on your butt, though? You have so many other places. Are you just asking for us to look at it?
Oh my god. I'm not gonna talk to you again.
I think I figured out our guilty pleasure, guys.
Yeah, just above the table. I'm gonna say you might not want to follow this line of questioning too far down.
Oh no, above table, I'm fine.
The the even if you look for too long, you won't be able to see much because it's gonna burn your eyes. It's very, very bright.
Yeah, I start looking away as I bring the gland back. I'll keep the gland with me, looking angry and sad at Red Hot for stealing the light from this gland.
And Grant,
So basically,
you have no idea what's
those
going
brains
on,
are.
but you feel it. You have the suspicion that there is something odd here. Another thing is that you guys spent 5 hours carving this creature and trying to see if you could find the book underneath it, and you didn't find Grunge. So right now, the second best option to you is that you think that this book is likely in a different layer of reality. And that leads me to the next question for you guys. How are you gonna get out of here?
Yeah, the
Because
same way we came in.
Gorbing is chilling in his temple of the gods. And well, here's the thing. The way you came in was a one directional portal. The moment you crossed through, you look behind and you couldn't see the portal anymore. You could just see the entrance of whatever cave this temple is inside of. And you are inside a temple in a different layer of reality than the one you came in. So, what's the plan?
Also, still above the table, I want to let you know that if you just step out through the front door of this cathedral, you walk straight into Gorbin's Temple of the Gods. For, a nice little rest. Albeit a little more eldritch than the last time. Just a thought.
Is there anywhere else to explore in here? I think we've gotten through everything. We took its brain. I have a nice little shield. And Grunge can't speak properly.
He throws funky hand signs at you.
Aha, good joke, good joke.
Yeah, it's been 5 hours you haven't
Sure.
seen Gorbin. I'm surprised none of you is worried about him.
I didn't think about that, especially with having the flood of the images in my head from Cthulhu. It's hard for me to think about others when I'm thinking about myself.
Well, he did show you a realm of possibilities of what you could become if you ever sign up to become his emissary.
I think this place was a bust.
And then the question is, to the three of you, are any of your characters considering signing up to become an emissary?
Nope. Grunge was not swayed in the slightest by the offer. It's not what he wants.
Given my sanity and being able to save hell, I would consider.
Oh yes, talking about your sanity, both you and Grunge also lost 2 points of sanity. So, and Red Hot.
I already took it off.
Oh,
Very
nice.
well. So Red Hot, your sanity is now 10, and Malefactor, your sanity is now 8. Is much less than, is 20% less than
Mine's
the
26.
regular human. And yours is 21, Grunge, now.
No, it should. It was started at 28. Minus 2 points would be 26.
No, you didn't start at 28. Your last session, you lost a lot of sanity. I've been keeping track of your token. The first time you saw Cthulhu, you lost 5.
I don't remember that.
All of
Okay,
you
then I
lost-
just forgot that That
It's on the record. You can go back. You can go back and watch the episode. So
oh no, I believe you. I just don't remember it. That's all. I thought I was doing a good job of it. It must have just been that D&D Beyond just didn't save it. That's all.
All right. It's in the
I
token.
can't trust my note saving app. No. Yeah.
You
Oh,
lost. You
what's the
lost
number then?
straight up. You lost 5 points of sanity the first time you encounter Cthulhu in your mind, and then now the second time you lost 2. It's less than the first time.
Well, I mean, I still have more than everybody else, so I'm doing good.
Gorbin's still sitting at 21, which
It's the same
makes
as
the drunkest dwarf in the history of drunk dwarfdom now the sanest person in this party.
What's really funny are the two sanest people in this party are an insane sadist and a man who's never been sober in his life.
Yep.
Does anything
The normal
extra,
people, the quote-unquote normal people, are the ones who are like losing their minds.
is there anything
Yeah.
extra I gotta do now that I'm under 10?
Yes, you should think about how your character becomes, more volatile and more chaotic. His flaws are a bit more exacerbated now that he is more insane. So in your case,
I just want to get out of this.
you had to put some flaws that were oh yes, some flaws that if you exacerbate would lead you to be a bit more paranoid, a bit more manipulative, and more vindictive for sure.
Oh boy.
So yeah, those traits start to become more and more salient as your sanity goes down. Your flaws become your flaws almost become your ideals. As the more insane you get. So the question's still on the table. Gorbin's still having a good time in his holiday home, where he apparently praises Cthulhu now, and he calls Cthulhu Hecate, and he drinks that disgusting goo that's coming out of those barrels. And the three of you, you now have one of you that has a glowing butt, and the other two that somehow don't suspect a thing about that glowing butt. I heard Grunge is considering not to take the offer. How about you, Red Hot and Malefactor? Would you join Cthulhu as his emissary?
Yeah, just as Malefactor said, based on my sanity right now, kind of sounds tempting. I mean, it's something that I, go by in my daily activities.
He show you what to do. So as you're telling me, it sounds tempting. Roll a wisdom save.
Yeah, no,
23.
No, I still have sanity. Pardon me.
Very well.
I said it sounds tempting, but I still have sanity, and I don't want to go ahead with it.
Very well, that's fine. But as you're trying to resist the
Go for it.
temptation,
Okay, go.
please roll a wisdom 23 saving throw to see if you can resist the temptation to just grab the book and sign your name on the back of it.
Oh my god. Okay. First of all, let me just read something because I think I have. Give me just a sec. Just a sec.
If you have
Just a sec.
inspiration, you might want to use it in this one.
I do have inspiration, but give me 1 second.
Malefactor, are you tempted as well?
I would be, not just by my sanity being low, but first, the first image of everything being destroyed, but now I could save hell and run it, I would be.
Very well.
I could definitely be a hero. I could definitely be the ruler. I am destined to be for great things, and if being the emissary will make me something bigger than what I already am, I know it's my purpose. Why else would he offer it to me? He didn't have to.
Very well. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
You are just insignificant creatures to it, and yet it's giving you an opportunity.
So, can I use bardic inspiration for this or not for these kind of checks?
Well, let me double check something about your bardic inspiration, because you can use for save, but it requires a bonus action which you can do out of combat. Very well. Yeah, I'll allow it. That's fine.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
so then I'll roll a d12, I think it is.
Very well. You rolled a 22, so with the d12 you pass. So for the time being, you've managed to control the urge to reach out and sign your name on the back of that book. Very well.
Phew. Okay.
Very well. So, the question that remains, as none of you have found the book, how are you leaving this place? Are you heading out of the cathedral and see if you can find a place out, or what is the plan?
Yeah, after I put away that gland, and took the obsidian shield with me, I'll say to the others, I don't think we're going to find anything here. We still have other places to look. Let's get out of this creepy place.
Very well. And as you cross through that door, you find yourselves sharing accommodations with Gorbin in this very different temple than the last one you've been. You even wonder if Goblin has joined the cult, as he seems to be drinking this gooish liquid that is spilling out of the barrels in this place. Gorbin, as you see the three of them entering, anything you would like to say to them?
Yeah, well, Gorbin is at this point. He is just like laying down on top of the altar at the in front of that main stained glass window. Alternatively, drinking from his regular mug and a mug of the rancid goo that comes out of those kegs, and he looks over at them and says, it's you guys. Welcome back. Help yourselves, make yourselves feel at home. I will warn you, it's new brew, and it does tend to try to fight back a little bit. But it's worth it for the flavor. It really makes you feel it all the way down. It's good stuff.
Grunge will sign at you. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. After digging through that corpse, we didn't find the book. Just more weirdness.
Gorbin is
also, I can't speak.
Gorbin is gonna respond to that incomprehensible nonsense by...
Can Grunge speak now?
No, he's still using sign language.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Gorbin is gonna tap a finger to the bracer on his wrist and cast a rune glows on that bracer and disappears, and he casts comprehend languages. So now he should, yeah, any written language you can see touching server. I mean, Legend. I guess we need like DM ruling. Would this allow me to understand his sign language or his attempt at sign language?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
He doesn't really know sign language, so he's making the letters with his fingers, so you understand what he's trying to say.
All right. I know sign language. You don't know sign language. I have the actual, as one of my skills, or I have the actual language, sign language.
Very well, very well. But Corbin doesn't know sign language, so you are making the letters with your fingers.
But I like once I cast comprehend languages, I should be able to understand that.
Yeah. Very well. Okay. Sign language is symbols, so just like written language. So very well.
So yeah, so I tap my bracer and sorry, just run that by me one more time. It was a bit blurry.
He goes, "I'm glad you're having fun." After digging through the muck, we failed to find the book, so we're going to get out of here before more weirdness shows up. Also, the giant monster did some weird dying voodoo on me, and I can't speak.
Yeah, seems like a real problem. Well, feel free to take a nap. We get some time here. Just take a rest. I'll take a look at you, and see if I can fix whatever's going on with your speakings. See if I can fix them with some holy magic, But right now I'm running a bit low on the juice, so I gotta finish a bit of a rest. Gotta take a rest. Gotta have a little bit more to drink. Just round it out.
And Gorbin, the other thing you've noticed as they enter this room is that turns out Red Hot doesn't just have necromantic farts. Apparently, she can make her butt glow really bright, really bright. The entire room is no longer in dim light. It seems like it illuminates everything.
Yep. Fancy librarian. You gotta. Do you have like a blanket or something? You're really spoiling the mood of the whole place. It's too bright. You just whatever's going on with. I don't want to get into it. I'm not trying to body shame. You have something going on back there that's very, very bright, and
I like it.
Maybe
I got inspired by the thing there, that creature. I kind of like it. Isn't it nice? Don't you like it?
But it's making it hard. It's making it hard for us to sleep because it's very bright and it's shining straight through my eyelids.
Oh, okay. I'll just lie down here then. Here you go. And then Red Hot just lies down on her back.
As you lie down on your back, the tentacles.
So it doesn't glow anymore.
The tentacles come and hug you, and you've noticed eyes looking at you. And
I said on the floor.
Oh, on the floor.
I mentioned on the floor.
Very well.
Yeah. None of that. None of that for me.
Very well. Very well. You lay down on the floor, and you're trying to figure out how you're gonna make this glow go away, because it's very bright and it really draws the attention of everyone apparently. And you feel
Apparently.
you feel that there is a will, or almost like a pressure coming from the book, like a heartbeat, and as if the book had a mind of its own and was trying to tempt you or lure you to open it red hot. But with that, with all of you inside this temple of gods, or the one god, I guess, we'll conclude this session here. And for all of you watching us, thank you so much for following us, and I hope you enjoyed this session as much as we did. And we'll see you all next week for a complete new arc, as we're gonna have some downtime between this arc and the next one, and I'll tell you guys what happened at the start of the next session. Thank you all for watching, and have a good see you guys next week, and have a good week ahead. Cheers.